wasn't there for my daughter. And she may expose me on one of these podcasts one day and say, Daddy, you're the reason I can't find good black love because you never validated me as a woman.
You feel me?
Wait,
I wasn't there for
rewind.
my daughter. And she may expose me on one of these podcasts one day and say, Daddy, you're the reason I can't find good black love because you never validated me as a woman.
You feel me? If you with me, you with me. If you ain't, you ain't. I'm not begging nobody. The only
So let me say this about the baby mama drama. There is a silver lining in this Mama Smurf, Baby Smurf scandal. There's a little piece of silver lining in this Mama Smurf, Baby Smurf scandal.
Yo, yes, we are live October 3074. Yes, we are live. Y'all hit the like button. What's up, Wendy? Y'all hit the like button and drop your city in the chat. Let me know where you at. Drop your city in the chat. Let me know where you at. What's up, Moeezy? Y'all come on in. We are going to talk about Dr. Umar, who just crashed out again, and we have to have a very important conversation. And this is going to be different than the last video and different than any other video that you watched about Dr. Umar Johnson, because I'm about to speak as a father, and not only a father, but a father that has a beautiful relationship with both of his daughters. Because at the end of the day, like all this mama Smurf, baby Smurf stuff, what what Dr. Deadbeat is actually essentially trying to do by calling these people Mama Smurf and Baby Smurf, he's literally trying to dehumanize his own daughter. He's trying to dehumanize his own daughter in order for his following and his audience to call this little girl Baby Smurf also. See, if he was to say, my daughter did this, my daughter did that, it actually makes him look bad. But if he calls his baby mama Smurf and his daughter Smurfs, now to his audience, they're just Smurfs. They're just little people that are like little roaches or whatever. So he's dehumanizing his own daughter in order for his audience to be on his side and advocate for his victimhood. So to a certain degree, he's like, yo, these Smurfs, and the Smurfs, if you imagine what a Smurf is, they're very small and they're very they're inadequate. They can't do anything to you. They're like I said, like little roaches or whatever, little beings that like are just annoying, and it causes people to take away his own daughter's victimhood because he just turned her into a little cartoon character. And this is dehumanizing his own child to make it look like, yo, they're insignificant. I'm King Kong consciousness and I'm all the way up here, right? And they're little Smurfs. They're down here. So it causes whatever his daughter and his baby mom says to seem insignificant to the public eye. Because what's going to happen is other people are going to call the girl, oh, baby Smurf, get out of here. Or the baby mama, if she comes out and says something, oh, Mama Smurf, we don't want to hear that mess. Because he dehumanized them already. He turned them into little insignificant cartoon characters. So when they voice how they feel, everything that they say is going to be dismissed by the public now because of all this Smurf bullshit. And this is like worse than being a deadbeat father, because most deadbeat fathers, they don't talk. They just stay gone, which is bad in itself. But imagine a deadbeat father talking shit about his daughter, not the mother, about his daughter. This man is literally trying to lead a revenge tour against his daughter. This man is a piece of shit. Drop popcorn emojis in the chat. Drop popcorn emojis in the chat and share this video. If you're a father, share this video. If you're a mother, share this video. If you got baby mother drama, share this video. You got baby daddy drama, share this video. If you know somebody in your life that has these baby mama, baby daddy issues, share this video. If you're a parent, share this video. Especially if you're a daughter, share this video. If you have a daughter, share this video. Share this video and hit the like button and drop popcorn emojis in the chat. Drop popcorn emojis in the chat. This type of shit right here really upsets me because I'm a father. And on top of that, me and my oldest daughter, we used to beef all the time. So I'm going to talk about that also. So remind me if too much time goes by, I want to talk about how me and my oldest daughter have been beefing for like 10 years and how we actually made up. So y'all remind me to bring up that story. Me and my oldest daughter are closer than we ever were since the divorce, because I was in a divorce with their mom, and my oldest daughter hated me at some point, or just was indifferent, I would say, towards me at some point because I divorced her mother. But at this particular point, we're closer than we've probably ever been. So I want to talk about that too, but let's watch this video. Everybody hit the like button, everybody hit the like button, everybody hit the like button.
Pull up season. So let me say this about the baby mama drama. There is a silver lining in this Mama Smurf, Baby Smurf scandal. There's a little piece of silver lining in this Mama Smurf, Baby Smurf scandal. And the little piece of silver lining, Amsterdam Africans send the invite. And that little piece of silver lining in the Mama Smurf, Baby Smurf dishonesty tour, dishonesty and revenge tour, the Mama Smurf, Baby Smurf dishonesty and revenge tour, the only silver lining about it is y'all making me go after my baby girl 50 times harder.
I don't know who y'all is, but y'all are making me go after my baby girl, not my baby mama. Y'all making me go after my baby girl 50 times harder. This man's a piece of shit. He's 20 times worse than a deadbeat dad, because deadbeat dads just going by their business. And the daughter is just like, I wish I had my dad, but I don't. So I'm going with my life. This man is literally starting a revenge tour. He wants revenge because in his dysfunctional mind, as a piece of shit, he literally feels like, how dare you talk shit about your father? I'm your father. How dare you do this and say this to the person that made you? And this is the problem with mothers and daughters. When the child of the parent that traumatized them, the first thing the parent, when the child of the parent who traumatized them decides to speak up for themselves, decides to advocate for themselves, which we all need to do. We all need to be bold enough to advocate for ourselves and speak up for ourselves. and talk about the childhood trauma that we've been through. And when we do that, it's how dare you say something about your mother? How dare you say something about your father? They made you. They didn't raise you because that's why you're talking shit, but they made you. So simply because he nutted in a woman or a woman let somebody nut in her, you made them and now you owe them. So that's really what's going on. He's like, how dare you expose the person that created you like he's God or something? Because a lot of parents, especially mothers, they think they're God to their children because they created them. I made you. If it wasn't for me, you wouldn't be living right now. And then they turn around and say some mess like, I'm taking revenge. Revenge on your own child? It's crazy. Here comes the weirdos. Here you go with the stupidity again. Here we go. Shout out to the I'm assuming you're Dr. Deadbeat fan person. I don't know who you are, but are you a Dr. Deadbeat fan? Let me know.
Y'all making me go after my baby girl 50 times harder.
And if anybody that is on the side of Dr. Deadbeat, like I would love to have you come up and we can have a conversation. And I'm not gonna cuss you out. I don't cuss people out. I don't go off on people. But I like to just hear them out and see why they think the way they do. So if anybody watching, if you're a Dr. Deadbeat fan, I'll drop the link and we can have a conversation.
So I done already sent the message to baby mama number 2, Miss Vegan. Baby mama number 2, Miss Vegan. Baby mama number 2, Miss Vegan. You have 2 weeks to produce my child, who you've been keeping from me while I've been paying child support. Just like baby mom number 1. It's deja vu.
I think I've never been on child support before, but I think child support is a form of trauma. And I'm not taking up for anybody paying child support, but I think being on child support, getting money garnished from your account or whatever it is y'all go through, I think is a form of feeling like somebody is after you, right? You put the white people in my business, or you did this to me. Like you got the woman pregnant, right? But at the same time, she is holding you accountable for you getting her pregnant, which is putting you on child support, because apparently sometimes y'all do want to be in a woman's life, or the child's life, and she don't want you to see the child. So I understand the situations like that. But this child support thing, it promotes victimization in men. And next thing you know, you as a man feel like a victim. So in Dr. Deadbeat's dysfunctional brain, because I actually think Dr. Deadbeat has a mental illness. Everybody say Dr. Deadbeat in the chat. Everybody comment Dr. Deadbeat in the comments right now. Comment Dr. Deadbeat in the comments. Comment Dr. Deadbeat in the comments right now. Let's go. I want to see Dr. Deadbeat spammed in the chat right now. But to this dysfunctional guy with mental illness, I actually think he feels traumatized by these 2 women putting him on child support. Hence the reason why is a possibility why, because people are saying he's been homeless or like living on different people's couches for all of these years. And I can see that being true because there's a video. I think I got the video. There's a video of him going off on Cash App because Cash App actually blocked him from utilizing Cash App. This is how stupid this man is. I think I got the video, but I'll look for it. But he can't receive Cash Apps anymore. So imagine being on child support for like 18 years. And I think his other child is young, so he's probably still paying child support. And Dr. Deadbeat is struggling because every time he turns around, he has to pay out some money for his child that he made. But at the end of the day, I think a lot of black men see child support as a form of trauma or victimhood. Oh my God, I can't believe you did this to me. So I think he may feel like he's a victim of these women. And that's the reason why this sad, sorry piece of shit is saying all these things.
It's deja vu. Collecting my child support, denying me my child. Collecting my child support, denying me my child. Collecting my child support, denying me my child. So baby mama number 2, we talking to Miss Vegan right now. We ain't talking about Mama Smurf. She old news. She old crusty news. We talking about Mrs. Vegan right now. We ain't talking about Mama Smurf. That's old crusty news. We talking about Mrs. Vegan, baby mama number 2. You have until the eclipse of March 29th. You have until my Florida A&M University Black Psychology Conference return to produce my baby. If I do not meet and see my child by Saturday, March 29th, Mrs. Vegan, I will be going live. And I'm going to tell the whole world information you don't want them to know. And Mrs. Vegan, I don't want to put your...
So now he's threatening to expose this woman's personal information. He's threatening to expose her because your own child. The baby mama didn't say a word. Have y'all heard the baby mama say anything? Because I haven't. Have y'all heard the baby mama say anything, y'all? The baby mama ain't said nothing. So now you want to expose the baby mama? And here's the video of him losing Cash App. This piece of shit can't even use Cash App no more. Watch this.
Cash App is no more. The FDMG Cash App is no more. The FDMG Cash App is no more. You can no longer donate on Cash App. You can no longer donate on Cash App. You can no longer donate on Cash App. PayPal.me/FDMG Academy or check or money order. Check or money order.
Who is going to send your dumb ass a check, sir? Who the hell uses checks? This stupid idiot literally is like, yo, send me a money. Oh, this idiot literally is like, send me a money order. This man is a pure idiot. A money order, sir? Are you kidding me? Hold on one second, y'all. Here we go. A freaking money order. Are you kidding me? I haven't seen a money order in I don't know how long, y'all. This man is an idiot.
The FDMG Cash App is no more. The FDMG Cash App is no more. The FDMG Cash App is no more. You can no longer...
I don't know why this man always says everything 3 times in a row. Like, this man is an idiot.
Donate on Cash App. You can no longer donate on Cash App.
Well, actually, speaking of Cash App, I actually can receive Cash App donations. So if anybody wants to donate to my Cash App, because Cash App didn't look at me like I'm a fraud and cut my Cash App is running beautifully. So if you would like to donate to my Cash App, and it ain't going to no scam school, it's going straight into my pockets so I can go buy lunch. See, I ain't finna scam y'all. I'm gonna take y'all money and directly go and buy something to eat with it. I'm gonna take y'all money and go to the strip club with it. It ain't going to it ain't going to no hungry children. It ain't going to no homeless people. You donate to my Cash App is either going to my stomach, and I would appreciate it. I would love it. You know, if y'all enjoy my commentary and y'all would like to buy me lunch, drop $10, $20, $50 to my Cash App. And my Cash App is scrolling across the bottom of the screen. It is $AARON 1000. Aaron 1000. It is either going to my belly or it is either going to somebody's booty. See, as a man, your job is to be real with your audience and not be lying to them. Yo, send me a donation and your donation is going to a fucking school. No, your donation is going to some ass or some food. Those are the two things your donation is going to. I'm not going to sit here and lie to y'all and scam y'all talking about it's going to some homeless little children, some little kittens. No, fuck them kittens. I'm gonna go get something to eat with the money that you donate. Donations. God damn it. Damn scammer ass dude. And I don't pay child support because I'm a great, amazing father. Yes, October 374. Fuck them kittens. I ain't giving them nothing. Donations.
You can no longer donate on Cash App. PayPal.me/FDMG Academy or check or money order.
See, my donation is going to Me Academy, goddamn Chipotle Academy, or wherever I decide to go Academy. Or here's a good donation idea that would go to a good cause. Y'all ready? Donate to my Cash App, and it is a guarantee that your donation would directly go to the Salmon Association. Because you already know, I'm going to go straight to Aldi's and buy me a long strip of salmon. They be like $25 strips of salmon, and I cut them up and I eat my salmon. So if you would like to donate to, yo, how do you say this with a straight face? You would like to donate salmon, drop your money in the Cash App, and I'm gonna go straight out and buy some salmon. So, and broccoli, of course, but broccoli don't cost that much. But yeah, you want to donate to my salmon and broccoli association? Let's do it.
Check or money order.
This man is an idiot talking about a goddamn money order.
P.O. Box 9634 Cash App, excuse me. No more Cash App. All the fake Cash Apps are still up. They shut us down, but they left the fake Cash Apps on Cash App.
Well, there's no us. You're a homeless bum. There's no us. Your kids hate you. Your baby mama hates you. Your family probably hates you. Like, you're trash. Everybody hates you. There's no us. There's no company, sir. You're just a bum that scams people. There's no us. Talking about they shut us down. Yeah, there we go. October 3 of 74. Drop broccoli emojis in the chat. Drop broccoli emojis in the chat. Donate to the Broccoli and Salmon Federation. Thank you, and I appreciate it. I appreciate all donations. But I'm serious. I'm dead serious. Your donation will directly go to some salmon. See how I ain't lying to y'all?
Somebody help me understand how you shut down the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy Cash App on Frederick Douglass's birthday.
This man finds every way in the world to be a goddamn victim. Now you're a victim of Cash App. You are a scammer and you have scammed thousands of goddamn people, but you are now a victim of the company that stopped you from scamming people?
You shut down the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy Cash App on Frederick Douglass's birthday.
And now it's on Frederick Douglass. Like, who gives a shit, sir? And this looked like goldfish October 3074. This don't look like salmon. Like, I ain't eating no goldfish.
You shut down the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy Cash App on Frederick Douglass' birthday. But you leave all the fake Cash Apps up there. All the fake scamming FDMG Cash Apps, all the fraudulent FDMG Cash Apps are still up and running. But you know what? That just means we are close to the goal, brothers and sisters. Where my FDMG faithful donors at? Where my FDMG faithful?
This shit is sad, bro. This shit is sad. Then he says, where's my FDMG donors? You ain't got none. You're a fraud, sir. You're a piece of shit fraud that don't take care of take care of his own goddamn kids. Done frauded the black community about $2 million, and now this nigga is out of the $2 million that he had.
The streets. You are the mother of my beautiful African princess. You are the mother of my beautiful African princess, and I respect you, Miss Vegan. I respect you.
At a coffee shop and play this fun dating card game.
Hold on, y'all. Everything's going haywire right now. Quick commercial break. We'll be right back. Donate to my card game company.
Hey, how about we meet up at a coffee shop and play this fun dating card game? We'll have fun and see if we're compatible all at the same time.
Ooh, what's the name of the game?
It's called Deeper Discussions.
I'm down.
Okay, meet you at 6.
Fellas, buy this card game. Ladies, buy this card game. Buy about 2 or 3 card games. The main reason why people can't stay together isn't because they don't like each other no more. It's actually because their present family issues come up or their past family issues come up. But when you play Deeper Discussions, you'll be able to understand a person's family issues up front.
This game can be played with either 2 people or an entire group. So have fun.
Question number 1. Name a time when money was the main factor why a relationship went bad.
Deeper Discussions Dating Edition. Again, these cards are good for vetting a potential boyfriend,
Candidate.
a potential girlfriend, a potential husband, a potential wife. The texture of these cards are so soft and silky, by the way. Like
They ain't gonna get
really
wore out.
durable.
A dating card game for introverts who have a hard time asking the much needed compatibility questions. Deeper Discussions, the card game.
Put your business in the streets. You are the mother of my beautiful African princess. Mrs. Vegan, I will be going live, and I'm going to tell the whole world information you don't want them to know. And Mrs. Vegan, I don't want to put your business in the streets. You are the mother of my beautiful African princess. You are the mother of my beautiful African princess. And I respect you, Miss Vegan. I respect you. But you are not going to deny me my child anymore. We have a child support hearing coming up because you want more money. We have a child support hearing coming up because you want more money.
All right, so he's presently saying that there's a child support hearing coming up right now, and she's asking for more money. And that girl sensational says, where do you purchase the card game? Is two places. One in the chat. If you see the blue link that is in the chat, you can hit the link right there and you can purchase my 2 card games. I got 2 card games on that website. And also I have a course that is extremely helpful to you also. And this is the course. This is the course right here. So you can go to the blue link in the chat and get my 2 card games, and you can buy my emotional attachment course also. So and the second place you can get my card games is under this video. If you look under this video on YouTube, you'll see all of my products like displayed right under the video. Shout out to that girl, sensational. Thank you so much. And thank you to the 7 people that have bought products thus far. Thank you so much. Thank you to the 7 people thus far who have bought products. Let's get to 15 or maybe 20. So if anybody has not bought a card game, a course, or one of my books, make sure to click the link and buy a product. Let's get to 20 products sold today. And happy Saturday to everybody. Let's keep going.
We have a child support hearing coming up because you want more money. No problem. No problem. I will be at the child support hearing. But we're not talking about child support.
See, I think this man is so upset because he has to keep paying child support. And I've never paid child support, right? And I don't know how that feels to have a woman try to, take me back to court to get me to pay more child support or something like that. And I want to empathize with him a little bit, just a little bit, and say, I'm sure that is annoying and difficult to deal with, because I don't know. Has anybody ever been on child support? I don't know how it goes because I've never been on child support. I'm in my children's lives, so I never pay child support. But do you have to get a lawyer? Like, I don't know what all you got to do, but what do y'all go through when y'all got to pay child support? Is it a lot of stuff, a lot of paperwork? I don't know. I have no idea how it works. So maybe he is like acting out because he feels like a victim of his baby mother or something. I don't know. But I'm not feeling sorry for him, but I'm actually just trying to understand his perspective, at least trying to be objective as I can.
Right now, we're talking about a relationship between the prince and the princess. We're talking about a relationship between Queen Kong and King Kong. I better see my baby in the next 2 weeks. You better text me, date, time, place. And once I see my child, you and I will schedule uninterrupted visits. Not in your house. We're not doing grandmama couch no more.
We not doing grandmama couch no more. You don't have nowhere to stay. You don't have nowhere to stay. You don't have nowhere to stay, sir. That's why you have to have, was 2 reasons why you have to have supervised visits. 1, you don't have nowhere to stay. Or 2, you did something to their mother to the point where she doesn't feel safe with you and your daughter being around each other. One of those 2 things. Which one is it? Do y'all think, y'all?
I'm taking my daughter out with me. And she's going to spend quality time with me. She's going to go on the road with me. She's going to Africa with me. She's going to London with me. She's going to Jamaica with me. We're going to create a custody agreement outside of the white man. Oh, yes. Black self-determination. We're going to get back to Garveyism starting today. We're going to get back to Garveyism starting today. And all I'm going to say, you got 2 weeks where I'm going to go live and I'm going to tell some things that I know you don't want me to tell. Put me in touch with my daughter. Let's stop the nonsense. Since you had time to reach out to Mama Smurf and Baby Smurf, since you have time to go find Mama Smurf and Baby Smurf said that you said, Baby Smurf said that Miss Vegan found her mother to ask her if we were still in a relationship. Miss Vegan, is that true? Mrs. Vegan, according to my eldest child, Mrs. Vegan, according to my eldest child, you reached out to Mama Smurf to find out if I was still dating Mama Smurf. Listen, I didn't want to marry Mama Smurf when she had my child. I didn't want to marry Mama Smurf after she had my child. And I damn sure don't want Mama Smurf now. So you don't need to be asking Mama Smurf if we in a relationship. Absolutely not.
And I remember somebody saying that they didn't get their card game yet. Are you in the chat? Somebody said they didn't get their card game yet. I forgot who you are because I told you to send me a DM. I forgot who it was. So if you did not get your card game, or I don't remember who it was. It was one of my mods. I don't know if she's in here or not. I want to make sure you got your card game because you said you didn't receive your card game yet. So are you in here? It was one of my mods. So let me know because I told you to DM me. You didn't DM me. So I just want to make sure you're good. The mother might be afraid that the scammer might take the child out of the country. Yes. Because he literally did say that shit. He said, listen.
Garveyism starting today. We're going to get back to Garveyism with me. She's going to Africa with me. She's
right there. So yeah, bro, you are right. Bro, Sean, you are right. That's what the problem is right there. I'm glad you said something.
Child support hearing, but we're not talking about child support right now. We're talking about a relationship between the prince and the princess. We're talking about a relationship between Queen Kong and King Kong. I better see my baby.
Yeah, that's what it is.
In the next 2 weeks. You better text me, date, time, place. And once I see my child, you and I will schedule uninterrupted visits.
Fly Gemini, it was Angie. She said she was mistaken. She thought she ordered the cards, but it was the online course. Oh, okay, good. Thank you, Fly Gemini. Thank you so much. See, I try to make sure that, any customer of mine gets seen about, even if I'm on a live stream. I'll literally stop the live stream, or not stop it, but I'm finna go to the store to make sure everything is good. What's up, Valerie? So yeah, thank you, Fly Gemini. Okay, cool. All right, it was Angie. She said she was mistaken. All right, cool. Just making sure. All right, just making sure. See, that's what customer service is all about, y'all.
Not in your house. We're not doing grandmama couch no more. I'm taking my daughter out with me, and she's going to.
But as you can see, he doesn't say to my house, because I don't think he has a house. I don't know, because I don't know this man's business, but it's a possibility that this man don't have nowhere to stay. And that's the reason why he has to see his kids on grandma couch. But somebody else brought up that is a possibility that
to spend quality time with me. She's going to go on the road with me.
No, she's not going to go on a road with you, sir. You ain't got nowhere to stay. You just go from city to city or country to country, like sleeping in hotels and shit.
To Africa with me. She's going.
No, sir. No. Just have somewhere to live so your kids can come over.
To London with me. She's going to Jamaica with me. We're going to create a custody agreement outside of the white man. Oh, yes, black self-determination. We're going to get back to Garveyism starting today. We're going to get back to
She's going to go to Skid Row with me. She's going to go to prison with me. Oh, man. Exactly. That's not in the best interest of the child. Exactly. The child don't even know the bond. Facts. Sounds like a kidnap. That's crazy. Let me kidnap my child. That's nuts.
Garveyism starting today. And all I'm gonna say, you got 2 weeks.
We're talking about Dr. Deadbeat. He's crashing out on his child. So yeah, he's crashing out on his child. That's what the subject is, Valerie. Yeah, we just talking about and share this video on Facebook, Valerie.
Well, I'm going to go live and I'm going to tell some things that I know you don't want me to tell.
Let me tell y'all something, man. These people who love to weaponize their audience are gross, disgusting people. Every time they don't get what they want, the first thing they want to do is weaponize their audience. Thank you, October 374. Yo, can y'all hit the like button? Y'all, can we get these likes up, please? Can we please get these likes up? Hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button. Take a second right now and hit the like button. Come on, y'all. Let's take 30 seconds to hit the like button. Take 30 seconds to hit the like button. Thank you. And well, please and thank you. Take a second to hit the like button. Come on, y'all. Hit the like button. Let's go. Get the likes up. Hit the like button. Take a second to hit the like button real quick, and then we can keep going. Waiting on you to hit the like button. All right, so let's keep going.
Put me in touch with my daughter. Let's stop the nonsense. Since you had time to reach out to Mama Smurf and Baby Smurf, since you have time to go find Mama Smurf and Baby Smurf, Baby Smurf said that you said, Baby Smurf said that Miss Vegan found her mother to ask her if we were still in a relationship. Miss Vegan, is that true?
Sir, nobody cares. Just go take care of your goddamn daughter, you bum. See, this is how
playing the card game in real time.
So right here is me talking to my ex-wife, years later, talking to my ex-wife about by playing my card game, because of course my daughter has my card game. Check this out.
Experience of actually playing the card game in real time. Hey, you there?
Yes, I'm here. We're here.
Okay, so
This is my ex-wife.
what are y'all's experience of playing the like mother, like daughter card game in real time?
Oh, it's good. It's a lot of fun. It open up the conversation because it go beyond just the questions that are being asked. So it allows us to definitely feel liberty, like freedom to talk about things that we didn't probably haven't even talked about. So it's good. It's really, really good. We're really enjoying ourselves.
Good. So you have
highly recommend it. I do highly recommend it for all mothers and daughters to definitely participate and take part in it.
That's what's up. So you have your own deck too. Have you been asking her some questions? Because there's a mother deck and there's a daughter deck.
Yes, we both have our deck, and we've been taking turns pulling from the deck. We'll take turns. She asks a question, then I'll ask the next question. So yes, we've been asking each other questions. So it's been really, really good.
What did you learn about your own kids, or what did the girls learn about you that one of you did not know after playing it since thus far?
Like one of the dreams that if we had our option, something that we dreamed that we would want to do together. So, and it come to find out, we both had the same dream that was something that we wanted to do together. So it was that was really, really good.
That's what's up. That's what's up. That's what's up. Can I tell them what you call me fussing about?
Hold on. I got some advice.
Oh, hey,
we need a round 2 of the card game.
Wait, y'all play all 60 of the cards?
No, we need a round, not a round 2, but like a different version.
Okay.
Because a lot of cards we had to skip because we this toxic.
See, me and my kids are good. Me and my ex-wife is good. We can just talk. We have great conversations. And this is what life is all about. This is what fatherhood is all about. When you can just laugh with your kids. My own daughter, because of how me and their mother raised them, is like, yo, some of these questions I don't even understand because, you know, you got to understand. Some people they've been through a lot with their mother, or they've been through a lot with their family. They've been through a lot. So, of course, this card game is not only fun, but it's going to ask some difficult questions, right? But with my kids playing it with their own mother, they're just like, huh? Because they ain't never been through it, because they have a great upbringing. They have a great upbringing. You know what I'm saying? So the thing about it is, my kid was like, yo, I don't even understand these questions. You need a healthy, because this is meant to help people become healthy, right? So she's just like, yo, I don't even know what the hell is going on because we so healthy. We've been raised right to the point where I don't know what the hell is going on in this card game. Because me and her mother raised her well.
You know, we have always been open with our girls. We have always allowed them the freedom of speech and to be able to have a voice, basically. Mm-hmm. So some of these cards were geared towards, I guess, ones who haven't, to open up more conversations for people who haven't had that opportunity to have a voice or anything.
Yeah.
And there's some.
Y'all see that though? Like, we ain't been through some of the things that a lot of other people been through. This is my kids. This is my ex-wife. This is my family dynamic. This is what I actually built for myself and for my lineage and for my legacy. See, my grandbabies and my great-grandbabies and my great-great-grandbabies, they're going to be healthy because I made sure to break the cycle of whether it's single motherhood or you know, deadbeat dad, all that shit. I broke it.
People out there who have open parents and their open parents did it wrong. So that's what I'm saying. It could be another version for parents who may have been, mothers who have been too open.
So you think we've been too open?
No. Oh. She always give us credit for that. Mm-hmm. She always have said that I'm so glad that y'all were our parents. So you look at her other peers or whatever, and was like, you and dad did it right. Y'all got it right. I'd be like, you just saying that because I'm your mom, but she'd be like, no, I'm for real, mama. Seriously.
So Tyler, you think we did good as parents?
Y'all did great as parents.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Aww.
And this person says unsubscribed. I want y'all to think about this. I'm showing the contrast between a deadbeat father, a piece of shit like Umar Johnson, Dr. Deadbeat, and I'm showing you a real life. My daughter and my ex-wife and my daughter saying we did great in parenting her and her sister, and this fool turns around and says unsubscribed. I don't care. You can unsubscribe. You ain't had to say it. But the fact that you felt the need to say it during a video of me talking about how good of a father I am tells me that is a good possibility that you don't like hearing a man talk about him being a good father. And it's a possibility, because I don't know. You're probably a deadbeat father, just like Dr. Deadbeat is, and this makes you feel bad. So, ancestral rage, are you triggered? Do you want to come up and articulate how you feel right now? Do you feel like a deadbeat right now because I'm such a good father? I'm such a good leader. I don't go through all the dumb shit that a lot of y'all go through. I'm not a loser. I'm not on child support. I've never been on child support. Is that your issue with me, sir? Is it because you're a bum? Or could it be something else? I just want to know. See, I'm just here to help. So instead of me getting mad at you, talking mess about, get the fuck out. No, I want you to resubscribe. So to the little dude that is saying he unsubscribed, I would love to bring you up so we can have a conversation. Because at the end of the day, I can help you no longer be a bum. Because that's what I'm here to do. I'm here to coach people to be better people. I'm just saying, it is what it is.
So I was better though, right?
Oh my goodness.
Wait,
So you think we did good as parents?
I did great as parents.
Oh, thank you.
And I know the little ancestral dude, I'm sure that burns your ears, right? I'm sure that like hurts your feelings. It makes you feel inadequate that I don't know, because I don't know why you unsubscribe. So this is just conjecture. I don't know. You may feel inadequate versus me because you probably didn't or don't take care of your kids. And you probably, she got me on child support. And you don't like hearing the fact that there are good men, good black men out here who actually does good by their own kids and their ex-wife. You see that my ex-wife is on the phone. That's my ex-wife. My ex-wife is just with her daughter. I mean, our daughter, right? In the same room. That means her and her mother get along too. So it's not just the fact that me and my daughters get along. My ex-wife gets along with our daughters also. And it's a possibility that hurts you because you are possibly the opposite. So I just want to give love and grace to you, little ancestral rage dude, and let you know that everything's going to be okay. Go see about your kids, sir. Go see about your kids. I got love for you. Go see about your kids. That's all I got to say.
Thank you. Aww. Hold on. So I was better though, right?
Oh my goodness. It's not a competition.
I'm joking. But why you don't tell her? Talking about daddy said we didn't, mommy didn't feed y'all. Like what in the world? I didn't feed y'all either.
You said you came home. We didn't eat. We didn't have our homework done. We didn't clean up.
Well, I didn't feed y'all nothing. So if she didn't feed y'all, y'all must was starving because I didn't cook nothing. Mommy cooked.
Right. And have you told your audience how everybody have a job? Everybody had a job.
Yes.
Everybody had,
wait. You was we didn't go 50-50. You know how they do the 50-50 thing? You was able to stay at home for a while.
Oh yeah, for a good little while.
Okay. Just for the record, so you was a stay-at-home mom, chilling out, right?
And chilling was the word, chilling.
Yes. Okay. Just so y'all know, well, no 50-50 stuff. So okay, but yeah, you did have a job for a little while, huh?
Right. I said, we just went on 50-50 stuff. No, it wasn't. I was in chill mode, whole chill mode.
Yeah. You'll be riding all over Trisha's house, just gone, just chilling out. I'll get off work. Like, what? Where everybody at?
I cannot.
But love y'all, and yeah, thank you for calling and fussing at me because this was dope. This was a perfect time because I was on live, and everybody.
So see, this is the reason why a lot of people don't like me, because as long as somebody like me is out here, is going to show the contrast of me and them, and they get mad at me. You know what I'm saying? They want men to hate women. They want men, or they like to see confirmation of their own problems on social media. So, like, that's why they follow Umar's bum ass, because he has baby mama drama, right? I want y'all to think about this. So since Umar is sitting around talking about, I got baby mama drama.
Unfortunate situation is everybody got to pick a side. Pick a side and stay on it.
My biological father.
See, when Umar's bum ass says, the child support, the government, my baby mama, I'm a victim, it makes other bums feel good about themselves. And they're like, oh, I'm not the only one that has child support issues. Y'all get what I'm saying? Put a 1 in the chat if y'all can understand it. Yes, October 3074, it's confirmation bias. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all understand what I'm saying. One of the biggest problems that social media has turned into, that puts me in a position where I'm never going to be on top, pause, is because I don't give people confirmation bias. I don't come on here act like a victim. Even when I had cancer, I didn't make not one video, I got cancer, I didn't even do that. Y'all have never seen me come on here acting like a victim of anything and anybody. I beat cancer in 3-4 fucking months. I was on tour with tonight's conversation with cancer. I was on Lapeef Network every Thursday night with cancer. And guess what? I got chemo on Thursdays. So I would get chemo on Thursdays and still go on Lapeef Network with chemo running through my fucking system. So I don't blow up like everybody else does, because I don't come on social media acting like a victim. And that is the key to growing on social media. You act like a victim of men, or act like a victim of women, act like a victim of the white man, act like a victim of cancer. And next thing you know, other people empathize with you, and you confirm their bias and say, ooh, I was a victim too. And you weaponize your victimhood against other people. I don't go through that shit because I'm not a bitch. Sometimes I wish I was a bitch. I would make more money being a bitch, because these bitches are the ones that make all the money or get all the donations or all of the followers or whatever. Because when you come on social media being a victim of something, it confirms other people's victimhood, and then they rise up like, yeah, I don't do that shit. And I refuse to do that shit because I'm not a bitch. This cornball ass dude is running around starting a goddamn tour and saying we're going to go against the daughter of his children.
Season. So let me say this about the baby mama drama. There is a silver lining.
See, whining about your baby mama causes people to ignore the fact that you're a bum because you're using the baby mama as a shield of your insignificance, your inadequacies, your brokenness, your ineptitude. That's what people do. They put a person that they're against in front of them. Now they're a victim of the thing, of the person. He's a victim of child support. He's a victim of his own daughter. He's a victim of his baby mama. And people are also victims of their baby mamas. There are also men who are deadbeats out here. Because yes, black men, there are plenty black men out here that are deadbeats. The majority of y'all who got kids, their daddy ain't even in their fucking lives. Because they love to sit here and say, well, black men are the best fathers. That's bullshit. I'm sorry, but it's bullshit. These niggas ain't taking care of their goddamn kids. These niggas will go out here and create a single mother. I call them single mother makers. And then will turn around and talk shit about women with kids. Don't date single mothers. But you made a goddamn single mother, you idiot. Yeah, there you go, Mandy. I'm a victim of Cash App. But this is what they do.
App is no more. The FDMG Cash App is no more. The FDMG Cash App is no more.
This is what I'm talking about. This nigga is a victim of Cash App. Who's a victim of Cash App? I'm not a victim of nothing. I am the king of every fucking thing in my motherfucking life. I'm not a victim of a single motherfucking thing. Not another human being on this planet or a thing or a conglomerate I'm a victim of. I'm not a victim of shit. I don't promote victimhood. But if you promote victimhood, you will have people follow you because they are victims. And that is a problem with social media. It promotes victimhood. It weaponizes victimhood. This loser ass nigga is running around talking shit about Cash App because he was scamming people.
You can no longer donate on Cash App.
What's up, Renee?
You can no longer donate on Cash App. You can no longer donate on Cash App.
The majority of black men are childless and single. Yes, they are. What's your point? See, this is the problem. This is Kevin Samuels bullshit. Yes, the majority of men are childless, black men are childless and single. But what the fuck does that have to do with anything? A childless man can't be a deadbeat. I said a lot of black men are deadbeats. That means the men that are fathers, not childless men, you dummy. What are you talking about? What? And I don't mean to call you a dummy, sorry. But because you can say whatever you want to say. I'm trying to change I'm old school, so I got to stop with the insults. So I'm going to try to stop with the cornball this and I'm going to try to stop all that. Because I'm realizing just on social media is full of a whole bunch of like wet-assed, soft people, right? So when I say an insult, when I call somebody a cornball, when I call somebody a deadbeat, people actually like go crazy, right? Because a lot of people have wet asses. So I just, as a content creator, I'm going to try to stop insulting as much, right? The little coolie cornball dude, he wanted to fight me because I think he's a cornball. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a thing. And I'm like, yo, if I think you're a cornball, why would you want to fight? Because these are modern men. These guys are soft and wet-assed humans. Where I'm from, Call of Duty cornball, there's no fighting. You say something back. Oh, nigga, yo, you this. You know, back in the day, we talked about each other's mamas. Your mama's so fat, yo, it wasn't even no fighting. And we talking about niggas' mamas. Can y'all remember the time when niggas talked about each other's mamas? Yes or no? Say yes or no. Have y'all ever grew up in a time? Say yes or no in the chat, y'all. Did y'all ever grow up in a time or ever heard of a time where where dudes talked about each other's mamas and it was funny? And niggas didn't, oh, I'm gonna shoot you, I'm gonna kill you. No, you don't go too far. But niggas talked about each other's mamas. And it was fun. So I come from a world where we just joned each other. We talked about niggas' outfits. We talked about how niggas look. We talked about niggas' beard not connecting. We talked about how niggas just, just everything. We talked about niggas' mamas. Somebody give me a mama joke. Yeah, we joned each other. We would sit around in the lunchroom just going off on each other. It wasn't no fighting. These niggas are so wet in the ass these days. And I have to learn that I'm in this gay society or this half gay society where niggas don't jone back. Niggas want to shoot you. I don't want to go to prison for shooting somebody or beating nobody up. So I have to myself learn. There we go. Your mama's so skinny, she used a hula hoop in a Cheerio. Exactly. So, shout out to the little coolie dude, you know what I'm saying? Just all y'all, bro. Like, niggas is crashing out over fucking jokes and shit. You know what I'm saying? And it's not a joke. I do think the dude is a cornball, but I don't want to fight you because I think you're a cornball. I just think you're a cornball. And niggas is cornballs, Some of y'all seen this before. This nigga...
The fight Elevation Fitness with Wes Watson and the 7-foot monster because Wes...
This little 7-foot cornball dude is Cooley in the scenario. The little Cooley dude, this is what happened. And this is what would have happened to the Cooley dude if I would have fought him, because me and my homeboys would have beat the shit out of him. And then I would have had a mortal enemy for the rest of my life. I don't want no enemies. I just want to just live my life.
Remember the fight Elevation Fitness with Wes Watson and the 7.
This is what Cooley tried to do with me. It wasn't this aggressive, and then I saved Cooley from getting his ass beat because all of us would have beat his ass just like this.
7-foot monster because Wes was putting challenges out online, including challenging me, but I knew not to go because I knew this asshole doesn't fight fair. And lo and behold, the 7-foot monster goes, he gets hit with weapons, he gets his eyes gouged, he gets his ponytail.
And this what happened to Cooley. But then I would have got sued. Then I would have got charges brought up against me. Because this man that beat up the dude, he about to go to prison. His name is Wes Watson. Look it up.
Pulled his 4 other buddies, run a train on the poor guy. They hit him while he's down. They use weights on him, right? Remember the body cam footage I said I would get everybody from the incident that day? Well, I got it. But the YouTubers look for me always to do all the work, release the big stories, spend all my...
And we're not even talking about this, but since I brought this up, I want to say, if you want to go see this full video, I'm not going to play the full video, but make sure to follow this guy. His name is Johnny Bravo. Johnny Bravo. I want to shout him out on YouTube.
Resources in my time to get him.
Like 15 years on like 2 felonies to like 3 years, 3 to 5.
This would have happened with the Cooley dude. I don't want to face no charges. No, he didn't. This is a restaurant. Somebody was recording this. That was in a gym. He got beat up in a gym.
Now they dropped my case from my...
Yo, Yo, wait. Yo, this was a good one. See, this is what I'm talking about. We talked about each other's mama back in the day. Mandy is hilarious. Your mama's so stupid, she thought a quarterback was a refund. Yo, yo, hold up. Everybody in the chat, if you know a good Yo Mama joke, drop it in the chat. Yo, this was a good one. Yo mama's so stupid, she thought a quarterback was a refund. Yo, y'all are hilarious. God damn.
Like 15 years on like 2 felonies to like 3 years.
See, this man is about to do 3 years in prison.
3 to 5. Yeah, but I'm gonna keep trying to beat it, you know.
You're talking about the
Yeah, so
bullshit where the guy wrote.
yeah. Oh, bro, that show's such bullshit, man. I could beat it, but I mean, they want to play games and
You guys like?
they want to drain a couple hundred bands from me.
You see how miserable that man sounds? He sounds really sad, right? Simply because a dude walked up to him and he accepted the fade. This is what happens when you accept the fade from a cornball YouTuber. Because all they want, the nigga set up a camera so he can get film on it. So he turns around to get his ass beat, and then he runs to the police. You started a fight, then you run to the police. See, I avoided that shit. Ain't no one, now one of these little cornballs gonna trick me off the goddamn streets. Because like I said, I don't have no problems. I don't have no baby mama issues. I don't have no cornball YouTube issues. I don't have no jail issues. That man is about to go to prison. And if he beats the case, he's going to spend about probably $60,000 to $200,000 in lawyer fees just because a cornball YouTuber wanted to fight him. He's getting tricked off the street. Your mother nose is so big you can go bowling with her boogers. Your mama's so fat when she died, she broke the stairway to heaven. Yo, y'all are hilarious. See, this is what I'm talking about. These little wet in the ass little dudes on YouTube, they're so soft and gay where they don't realize that we used to talk about your mama. This yo, Mandy is hilarious. Your mama was so fat when she died, she broke the stairway to heaven. She literally said when she died, and niggas is laughing. If your mama dead and you say this, niggas is gonna laugh. It's not gonna, yo, I'm gonna shoot you, I'm gonna beat you up. No, niggas a joke, bro. You so fat, you got cut, you'll bleed chocolate milk. Exactly. These niggas is gay. Hold on. Your mama said your mama's so old when God said, let there be light. She hit the switch. I remember that one. She hit the switch, and half of the times their mamas were dead. Exactly. Niggas' mamas be dead, and you talking about a nigga's mama is a joke. Yo, wetting the ass fucking dudes, man. And that, but it's something I have to learn, y'all. This soft, mushy, half gay society out here. I can't be calling people dumb, stupid, cornballs, even you women. I say y'all are this and y'all, not all women, you're toxic, you hate women. You know, y'all do the same shit. So it's not the little wetting ass dudes. Y'all women are the same way. So it's just this modern society. Everybody's gay. So I just gotta understand that y'all gay. And I just gotta, like, you know, respect y'all's gayness. You know what I'm saying? So from now on, I'm going to respect everybody's gayness. Okay. Y'all so gay where I can't throw out random insults because y'all gay. So I'm going to accept y'all gayness. You know, I'm accepting of y'all's gayness. Okay. Y'all gay, and I love y'all for being gay. Yo mama jokes have started many fights back in the 99s, though. They didn't kill each other, but many fights have started. Man, ain't nobody fighting over no damn mama joke. It's a goddamn mama joke. But I understand these days you can't say nothing about nobody, mama. But goddamn, you can't even say nothing about nobody being nothing. It's just, you want to fight? Nigga, get your lame ass out my face. So it is what it is. Niggas just gay. It's just super gay. All right, let's keep going. Going back to the Umar Johnson situation.
I see my child. You and I will.
The Black Anarchist podcast. Are people responsible for the fact that they straight black people abandon their children and don't pay child support? I'm confused. Wait, are black people responsible for the fact that straight black people abandon their children and don't pay child support? What do you think we're talking about, sir? Or ma'am? I don't know if you're a ma'am or sir. What do you think we're talking about? I have a worthless piece of shit on the screen right now, and his name is Dr. Deadbeat, and we're discussing how much of a piece of shit he is. So what are you talking about? I'm a little confused. Yo mama so dumb, someone hold on. Yo mama so dumb, someone told her to take the 4 train, so she took the 2 train twice. Okay. Oh, okay. NYC human. Okay. Got it. Are gay people? Oh my God. See, this is what I'm saying, y'all. Nobody's gay. Oh. Nobody's gay, y'all. Damn, it's a joke. Shit. Are gay people responsible for the fact that straight? Y'all see what I'm talking about? Now I don't call everybody gay. Now somebody gay is like, yeah, it's gay people. Yo, you can't even just, like life isn't even fun on social media, y'all. Why are you blaming gay people for the actions of straight people? I'm not blaming gay people. It's a figure of speech. Yo, can somebody tell the Black Anarchist podcast that I'm not calling people gay figuratively? Gay means soft in my world. Gay means sensitive in my world. Doesn't mean you're having sex with a man. It means you're soft. It means you're, I don't even want. Back in the day, we called gay men sissies. Okay. So the word sissy means soft, sensitive, weak. Now people are actually gay, and you can't call them sissies because they're real people. But the way I grew up, calling somebody gay doesn't mean they're sleeping with a man. That means they're just soft. They're sensitive. Do y'all see how sad I am right now? Y'all, like, I can't even say nothing. Shit. This is why I get in so much trouble, because I can't even say shit. God damn. Now people are oh my God. Fly Gemini say now people are actually gay. They are. They're actually gay now. Like, niggas is gay for real and shit. Like, look, the Black Anarchist said, go call people straight as an insult. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Golly. It's sad when dudes get mad at me for calling them cornballs. women get mad at me for calling them children. And now gay people are mad at me when I'm calling straight people gay. God damn, man. Shit. Oh my God. Sierra said, don't be gay then. Sierra said it. Sierra said it. I didn't say it. Sierra said it. I didn't say it. Oh my God. Yes, Mandy is hilarious. Mandy up there talk about people's dead mamas. We dying laughing. That's what I'm saying. Shout out to Mandy. Shit. Shout out to Mandy. Mandy out here going off on people. Ain't nobody said nothing to Mandy. What about Mandy? Shit. Look, great value, Damon Wayans. See, that's a joke, y'all. I'm not gonna I'm gonna pull up on you content. No, it's a joke. Y'all make fun of me right now. Great value, Damon Wayans is hilarious. See, I'm not mad because I'm not gay. Niggas be gay, man. And shout out to the people from the LGBT. I'm not talking shit about y'all. It's a figure of speech. I didn't invent the word being gay being looked at as soft. Sorry, it's just what it is. Straight people bred us into hell. Wait, what? Straight people bred us into hell. This is all your fault. We wouldn't exist if you didn't create us. Who created gay people? I'm so confused. Yo, hold on. Let me drop this. We got to talk about this. I'm dropping a link. Anybody who wants to come up, we can talk about this or we can talk about Dr. Umar. But anybody who wants to, y'all can come up because this then turned into a real different type of conversation. I just dropped the StreamYard link. So if you want to come up, hit the link because y'all done made this conversation into something else. Call the gay people straight. Yo, you so right, the real Hugh, because if you call a T person, like say it's a trans, you can't even say that. Say a T person is a dude and now they're a woman. If you called a woman a dude because they're still biologically a dude, it's an insult. So yes, if you call a gay person straight, now it's an insult. Yes. Yo, your mama's so black, she looked like a pack of black t-shirts. Oh, the word gay actually means happy. Yes. The word gay actually means happy, like the saying, I'm happy and gay. That community took it and ran with it, but gay actually meant happy. Yes. And let me add to that. Look, the alphabet community is going to be on your ass. I don't want no smoke. Now I'm going to have a gay dude like, you want to fight? Like the coolie dude. No, leave me alone. No. I don't want to fight cornballs. I don't want to fight gay people. I don't want to fight black women. Y'all are so gay for wanting to fight me. Take it up with yourself. You're too sensitive. And gay means sensitive in my world. Okay? Doesn't mean taking it up the butt. It means you're very sensitive. Shit. And please don't say the F word. I don't remember who said it, but please don't say the F word. But if y'all want to come up, okay, here we go. Hey, what's going on?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm good. So did I offend you? And if so, my apologies. But like, what are your thoughts? Because
no, I'm not offended.
Nobody.
I'm not a snowflake. I actually like when people speak their mind so that I can have an opportunity to address it. I talk about this on my channel. I'm actually have a book coming out which addresses homophobia in the Black community.
Wait. So you think I'm homophobic? You think?
I don't know you. I think you're. I can't say that you are homophobic. I think that your comments were homophobic, and I think that the people responding to your comments are homophobic.
Okay.
It may have been a joke, but it doesn't negate the fact that all the problems in the Black community are being scapegoated on gay Black men. Everything
How?
is,
That's interesting.
or
How?
maybe not necessarily gay Black men, but the effeminization of Black men. That's everything
Ooh.
is.
Okay, as a straight,
trans.
hold on. As a straight man, I think the effeminization of Black men is a thing. So you're saying it's not a real thing, or like this is interesting.
Well, again, I address all this in my book. It's actually the opposite.
What's the name of your book?
Blame It on the Dress: The Manufacturing of Black Homophobia and Performative Masculinity.
Okay.
And so it's actually the opposite. The problems in the Black community actually stem from the hyper masculization of Black men. That from the age of 2, or again, I'm exaggerating, and but at a very young age, you're expected to be the man of the house. You don't get to bond with your mother to become masculine in a natural way. It's performative. You're supposed to be tough. You don't actually mature. They put this responsibility on you and tell you that you're supposed to act this way in order to protect this fake image of the masculine Black man. And it's
Can I
not.
stop you for a second? So, I actually disagree with you on that because and just for the record, because you said you don't know me, which is cool. So nice to meet you, first of all. And I do not mean to be offensive. You feel me? So I want to respect you as a person. So where is it? I want to show you a video of what my father did to me. And I don't mean to be funny. He did something, and it made me into a great man. I'm trying to look for it, you know. So some of y'all know what I'm about to play, but altogether, my dad did like teach me manhood, and I was 5 years old, mind you. 5, the number 5. I was 5 years old. I'm looking for the video right now. I'm going through the videos. So I was 5 years old, and I want to show you what my dad did to me. Oh, where the hell is that? But while I'm looking for this, I want to say this. Hold on, I think this is it. Nope, that ain't it. So I want to say this. You don't think it's imperative for a parent to tell a little boy how to be a man as he's a little boy?
No, I disagree with that. First of all, many Black fathers are absent, and so they're left to be raised by the mothers. And the way that the mothers teach little boys to be tough is by abusing them, by beating them with extension cords, by not catering to their emotional needs, so they don't actually develop holistic.
Yes.
So this abuse does not make them masculine. It actually makes them docile. It makes them afraid.
Wait. Now you're saying you're using the word abuse. So let me play this, and we're gonna, because I want to have this conversation, and so we can separate the word abuse with encouragement. Because now I agree with you. Some of these things are abusive. So let me know what you think about this. Wait, what? Oh, hold on. I gotta drop one of these videos. Hold on. I just found the goddamn video, and now I gotta go through all this shit. Hold on one second. I gotta take one of these videos out. Damn, I found the video. Now I gotta re-find it again. So I know where it is though. Hold on 1 second, because the word abuse can be divisive without context. So listen to this. Hey.
Hey, Daddy.
Hey.
First of all, in all situations, I feel as though the parent.
God damn it, this ain't even it. But we can listen to this anyway.
Set the tone. So I always knew that you would, number one, be there, even though there was a divorce. but you just set in that tone to let me know you was always going to be a provider and be there. I guess I may have had a very different experience than most people. And I never want to be insensitive to what people have went through, but the dynamic of everything that happened, became beneficial. It was beneficial in my adult life that I learned from what I went through when I was a child.
How was it beneficial?
It was, okay, so for instance, moving from one side of town to a whole nother different side of town, me knowing that my dad operated a certain way, I used everything that happened and everything you taught me to make sure that I didn't go the wrong path or anything like that. Compared to if he was in a household while I was going through those things as a young teen, I probably would have been a little bit more like acting out type of.
Yeah.
Like,
so I gave you more of a system and structure on
YouTube talking about.
All right, so you heard my daughter, and that was somewhat like, it wasn't be a man, but I taught my daughter how to operate without me. So sometimes the be a man ideology is really teaching you how to operate without the parent. So this is actually my father right here.
Hey, Dad. Yeah. Hey, I got a quick question. I'm on YouTube talking about like Cat Williams and you know whatever, right? And I'm talking about Cat Williams. He is talking about how Tyler Perry
and just understand this is a heterosexual man talking, so hopefully my words in this video won't be offensive. You cool? You there?
Yeah, I'm not a snowflake. I don't get.
Okay, I got you. So check this out.
And you know, a lot of these comedians, they actually sold out and wore dresses, and because of that, Tyler Perry is a billionaire, right? And there's a bunch of them that, you know, it wasn't just a few of them. Almost every comedian wore a dress. And somebody just asked me in the chat, how would you look at me? I'm not going to do it, but just a question. How would you look at me if I actually made it, but I wore a dress making it? Like, how would you look at me as my father?
Well, first off, you disrespected yourself.
Thank you. See, that's my daddy right here. That's what I'm talking about. Thank you. Go ahead.
Yeah. I mean, it's not enough money in the world for you to internationally or locally disrespect yourself for any reason or in any amount of money.
That's why you're my daddy. This is the man that instilled all of the manhood in my life. This is what I'm talking about. Dad, real quick, tell them about how you made me run to the Literary Bell at 5 years old and I'm crying and you just had me running anyway.
Well, I knew you could do it because we didn't do that right out the gate. We built up to that. Remember, we would take the short runs first and progressively build on that the mileage. And I saw you doing it. You wanted to quit, but I knew that you could go further.
That's right.
I could look at you and tell if you were going to be in respiratory distress or something. But none of that was obvious.
Right.
So we went on and ran those 10 miles, 10 and a half miles to and from without any problems. And matter of fact, a question for you.
So the be a man thing, that was my dad. And then I showed you what my daughter learned from me for being her dad during the divorce. And that was somewhat of a, so is that the thing that you was kind of like articulating, or is that something different? Or do you think what my dad did or what I did with my daughter, would that be looked at as toxic or what?
Well, I want to go back to my comment that I posted about how straight people breed children into hell, because what they do is after they impose life on you, now they want to abuse you to toughen you up for this world that they put you in. So I'm going to beat you so the white man doesn't beat you. And you can't be weak because if you're weak, you're vulnerable, and I need to toughen you up to make you a man so that you can benefit the community. So all of these expectations and duties are imposed on you. If you think that this world is so tough, why would you have children in the first place? You don't get to abuse children just because you decided to do that, and now you want to toughen them up for the world that you put them in. So you threw us into the lion's den, and now it's our responsibility to protect the community, to be responsible for everything that we didn't even create. We didn't create this. I mean, I want y'all to understand that this world, this is the straight people's world. You put us here, so none of this is our fault. We keep getting blamed for everything, and nobody can tell you why. What did we actually do to destroy the Black community? But
Can I answer?
to address the comment about the Black man in a dress, I guess it's
Wait,
supposed to
wait.
be.
I don't want you to go too far away from what you said at first.
Okay.
Because I want to address that, because this is a lot of different things that we can both get clarity from. So do you see or do you interpret what I just showed you as abuse, or do you see that as preparation? Because there's a thin line between abusing somebody. Oh, I'm gonna get you ready for the world by beating you up, and then I'm gonna get you ready for the world by giving you this heavy weight to lift. Do you see a difference, or do you think it's all abuse?
When I talk about abuse, I'm talking about beating children with extension cords.
No. I understand what you're saying, but you just made an overarching statement saying that parents abuse children, and I want to just get an understanding of what do you see what I just showed you as? Because we understand the extension cords. What do you see that as? What I just showed you? Because that's preparation, no?
Preparation for what? For the world that you put them in, the world that you imposed them on. Now you want to toughen them up.
No. The world is the world. Nobody's imposing the world on them. You prepare your child to go live out in the world without you, like I did with my daughter.
Your child didn't have to be born. So now you want to toughen them up.
Wait. Let's have a conversation. What the hell does that have to do with anything? The child is born. Now you have to prepare them for the world. No,
you used to think about that before you impose the world on your child.
Wait. Think about what you're doing your job by preparing the child.
What I'm talking about is things like the system of white supremacy, right? We talk about the school to prison pipeline, systemic oppression, right? And so, and I'm trying to use the example. I know you want to really confine this discussion to this specific conversation you had with your father, but I'm talking about what goes on every
Umar
day.
I'm just trying to understand your experience, because, okay, something I said, I don't know how long you was on here. I am a person that I do not see victimhood in myself, right? I had cancer. I was not the victim of cancer. I did not jump online and start whining about having cancer. I jumped online after I defeated cancer in 3-4 months. Okay. So this is just my mentality, and I believe in leading by example. I play videos of me talking to my father so people can see that I really live this life. I play videos of my ex-wife and my kids and how they respond to me, and as adults, how I raised them and how their mother raised them, and how my way actually works. So I show by example instead of just jumping online telling people what they need to do. No, I did the shit. I even showed the first house that I put my ex-wife in when I took her from her mother. I showed the house because the house is still there, and I was like 19, and it was a big ass 4-bedroom house. So I showed things, right? Because I'm proud of my past. But preparing your child for this white supremacy that's the thing when I be like, it's gay. And I don't mean it's gay as in having sex with a man. It's soft because it's predicated off of the victimization. And I don't think like that. You can think like that. Other people can, but I don't think like that. And hence the word when I'll be like, that's gay. And I don't mean to be offensive, but gay when I grew up meant soft. It meant weak. It meant victim. I don't look at white supremacy. I don't care about white supremacy. White supremacy can kiss my ass. And one other thing I want to let you speak. I fought white supremacy. I want you right now. You have. Can you pull up something on your phone while you're on here or no? I don't know if you can go to another screen. Can you? Yes or no?
Yes.
Look up NFAC right now on your phone real quick. Tell me what you
Not
see.
fucking around coalition. I know what that is.
So you know. So do you know that we fought white supremacy? We pulled up on white supremacy. We called white supremacy a bitch in their face. We literally went to the KKK where they had meetings at, and we showed up and we said, "What's up? What's up? What you want to do?" And do you know that they backed the fuck down? So where I'm from, and that was a couple years ago. So that's not even where I'm from. Who I am is fuck them. We'll pull up on you. We'll beat your ass. So I am not a victim of shit. So forgive me for simply being who I am, which is a masculine man that would pull up on somebody for the protection of other people. See, I ducked the fade recently because the dude was a random YouTuber and he wanted to fight me over some dumb shit. I'm like, no, what the fuck we fighting for? Because I don't fight for bullshit. But let a nigga harm my kids. Let a nigga. We pulled up on the people in Kentucky during when goddamn, what's her name, y'all? The girl that got shot and got killed in their house in Kentucky, Breonna Taylor. We pulled the fuck up. Somebody got shot down there in Kentucky. Somebody got shot in Kentucky when we went down there. We pulled up on niggas. So for the protection of other people, I will fuck somebody up. So my whole point is that is what manhood is. That is what masculinity is. That is what protection is. And I live that life. I father my kids. I raise my kids. My kids are good. So my whole point is,
can I respond?
Are you going against masculinity by saying what you're saying? Go ahead.
No, what you're saying is not representative of the collective of Black men as a whole. Black men as a whole are not taken to the streets to protect their children. What they're doing is dumping their children into the world and leaving their children to fend for themselves. And that's considered noble
Umar Johnson,
because you're straight, you're masculine, just dumping children into the world like Umar Johnson and not giving any protection or provision is noble. So that is forgivable. And then when your children are raised by women, then you want to condemn the children for becoming gay and you're conflating gay with soft, and it's not. But at the end of the day, straight Black men are not protecting their children, and then when their children are weak or gay, the blame has been put on the child.
So let me say this. In the chat right now, who do I condemn for children being soft? Chat. Who do I condemn for children growing up being soft and problematic? Right now, chat, let's go. Who do I condemn on a normal basis for children being soft? Give them a second. Because I want you to see, because apparently you just met me and it's okay. I condemn single mothers because y'all ain't saying it in the chat. Single moms, not moms, single moms. Women who make fatherless children.
Who made them single moms, though?
Themselves.
Who impregnated them? Who abandoned their children?
Okay, let me explain the way because I want to answer your question with context. What women do. They don't plan on getting married. They don't give a fuck about getting married. They just want a goddamn baby. I overheard some women yesterday. It was 2 young girls. I was standing in line. 2 young girls were standing behind me. One girl was like, I can't see you having a baby. And she was like, yeah, I want to have a baby. And I'm dead serious. And the other girl was like, I can see all my friends having a baby and you having a baby late, right? And she said, and the other girl was like, because I tune in to stuff when I hear this shit, because I'm like, this is sad. And the girl was literally like, yeah, when I have a baby, I want to graduate from college first because I want to make sure that I'm able to take care of her. But then she said this, my mom had me young and she told me that her having me made her get off her ass. And then she turned around and used that logic and said, so maybe having a baby would actually make me better because it will make me not be lazy. So she literally was saying, I'm somewhat lazy, but having a baby would make me get off my ass because my single mother said that's what happened with her. So the problem is women having babies by random ass niggas. So the problem is, yes, fathers, because I'm talking, remember, this live stream is about I'm shitting on a man for being a deadbeat father. So yes, I am talking about that. That's literally what this live stream is. Umar Johnson, like, going at his daughter who he did not take care of. He's being a victim of his own daughter, even though she's a victim of him. So I'm addressing that. But another thing that has to be addressed is these stupid ass women that go out and have a baby by a random dude simply because she wants his semen. And she don't care about him being a father or not, because in her mind and in her mama's mind and in the entire cycle of black people, they don't look at fathers as worthy of being in their child's life. Even with Umar Johnson being a shitty ass father, he literally said both of his baby mamas did not let him see his kids. These women just be having babies by random dudes. Go ahead.
I see it the opposite way. I think.
Okay. You there? Hold on. Say that again. You're breaking up.
Black men, and they relish the idea.
Hold on, brother. You breaking up. I want to hear what you got to say. Say it again. Do a mic check real quick.
I'm not sure if I'm sorry. Can you hear me?
Do a mic check real quick. Yeah, I can hear you now. Now say it again. You got to say it over. We didn't hear you.
I think black men. If you've been taught your whole life to worship black men and not to want to protect yourself, and you're raised by women who are, your mother told you, you're basically repeating the same pattern as your mother, right? And then there's no father to protect you, to say that there's no father involved in the picture to protect the daughter. So why wouldn't they want to have a black man's baby without expecting anything out of it?
But wouldn't that make you? Hold on. Let me ask you. But wouldn't that make you want to do the opposite? Because that's what happened. My dad was around. So my dad raised me from 0 to 5 and 6, and then my mom came and moved me and moved me to another state. Okay, and my dad wasn't in my life simply because he was like, oh well, fuck it, and he went to the service, and he was just in the military. He was all over the place, all over the world, and me and my mom was displaced. And by the time my dad got out of the military, he couldn't find us, and he didn't know where we was at. Right. And then by the time we got stable, like years later, my dad didn't have no money or whatever, and he just wasn't around. But I can call him, he can call me, but he just wasn't really around. And I call him a deadbeat for that, because I'm like, bro, like, I don't care what you got to go through, you got to find me. Right. So I do fault my dad for not finding me, but I do look at my mom like, yo, you took me away from a dynamic that was healthy. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, so I blame my mom and my dad for my situation. But because of that, I'm a better father than I could ever be, because in the back of my mind, I feel compelled to be a better father than my father was to me. So to a lot of people, why don't they just do the opposite if the opposite happened? What are your thoughts on that?
I mean, I'm an anti-natalist. I don't believe in procreation. So I think if you are going to procreate, then you need to take responsibility, complete responsibility for how your children come out. You don't get to put the blame on your child for a condition that you created. When you raise children in dysfunctional households, and then when they become the product of that dysfunction, then you want, I mean, that's the whole conversation. That's the way that is being directed on gay or projected onto gay people.
What?
As if we created ourselves, we raised ourselves, and the whole effeminization of Black men. It's not the responsibility is being put on the wrong people. You're putting the blame on the products of the Black community's dysfunction. The straight Black people. You created us. You were
Your
dysfunctional,
mother
and your
created
children
you,
came out
no?
exactly how they were supposed to come out.
Who is y'all created us? Your mother?
Straight people, heterosexual people. A man and a
Your
woman come
mother.
together to create babies.
Okay, and I don't want to be offensive. Your mother created you.
My father and my mother created me.
Okay, was your father in your life?
Partially.
Okay, kind of like with me.
I was raised with my mother. They divorced, and then I was raised with my mother until high school, and then I lived. So I lived with both of them, but during my younger years, I lived with my mom.
Okay, and do you think? And I don't want to be insensitive. I'm just going by what you said. You said we created gay people. You said that. So I don't want to be insensitive. So I'm just going to ask this question, and forgive me if I'm wrong, and you can correct me. Do you think your mother made you gay? And hopefully that doesn't sound insensitive, but I'm trying to ask a question, and I don't know how to ask it.
I think she made me, and so however I came out is
You
both
made
of their faults.
So, okay, do you think you were born gay, or were you made gay by a deficit of something? Is my question.
I mean, I address the psychology of this in my book, but what I think the whole effeminization of Black men, it stems from the fact that they're rebelling against the fact that they weren't allowed to be feminine as children, but the fact that they were not allowed to bond with their mothers, the fact that they were pushed.
Why weren't they allowed to bond with their mothers, though?
I'm sorry?
Why weren't they able to bond with their mothers? Because I bonded with my mother, and my mom was a single mother throughout my entire childhood. My dad was just there until 6, so I was raised by a single mother.
Because the mothers are trying to beat the femininity out of you at the age of 2 and expecting you to be the man of the house, and the mother is working because she has to provide. So you don't actually spend that much time with your mother, and then you go to school. So this is not the way child rearing is supposed to be. So no matter what, how dysfunctional the children come out, it's completely the parents' fault. And I don't understand why the conversation centers around putting the blame on the products of straight people's dysfunction. They don't take any responsibility for it. They just project it onto the products of their own dysfunction.
Okay, so a synopsis, we're somewhat on the same page, because I shit on single mothers because I actually think single mothers are the worst parents, and the worst place the most dangerous place a child can be is in the care of a single mother. So that is my my belief. Because without a father, that child is most likely doomed. And I don't know what city you're in, but I'm in Atlanta, and these little all black wearing, ski mask wearing, in the summertime, little evil demons, they all have been raised by single mothers. So it's not just in Atlanta is a huge gay population of men, and then there's a huge YN population of men, which is the young men who are just running around shooting people, taking people's shit, shooting people, robbing people and all this other shit. So it's like it's two groups of young men that are anti-family in a way, because two gay people can't really start a family, because and the YNs, they're just running around shooting people and killing people, whatever. So single mothers have created these two demographics of men, and the demographic of men in the middle are they're demonized. So it's like this group isn't demonized, this group isn't demonized, we are demonized because just being masculine and calling single mothers out. So does that make sense though? Because at the end of the day, what you just said is your single mother made you gay, and you turn around and take the onus off your single mother not putting you in the best position, because if your dad was there, just like with me, I'm talking about myself too. If my dad was there, I would have had a better life. I went through all kinds of dumb shit when I was a kid, but I could have avoided it if my dad was there. So we both somewhere have the same upbringing. No? Give him a second. I think his signal's messed up. Give him a second. No, I can't hear you yet. Can you move around a little bit or something? Because I think this is a great conversation to have.
Right.
Can you move around somewhere? Like you're really in and out. We can't hear a word you're saying. I want to hear what you got to say. And Mandy said, I can't hear you. Is it me or can y'all hear him yet, y'all? Yes or no in the chat. Can y'all hear him? I'm having difficulty hearing him. Y'all, can y'all hear him or is it just me? Okay, they saying no. Okay, so it's not just me. Yo, you there? Yeah, it's choppy. Damn, this is because this is a good conversation because oh shit. All right. He lost the signal. I'm gonna drop the link in the chat again because I think this is a very important conversation because I've never been able to ask these questions ever in my life. So yeah, I want to ask these questions. And Mandy says, I knew it. I knew your dad was in the military. Why you say that, Mandy? Mandy, you still here? Why do you say I knew it? I knew you was in the military. I act like I was in the military or something. Mandy, why do you say you knew it? You knew I was my dad was in the military. Yeah, my dad was in the military. So, what's his name? Y'all remember his name? Whatever your name is, brother, I would love for you to come back. Your feed went out. Why are people dropping signal in 220? I don't know. They probably in a bad area. I don't know. Because your dad's way of raising a young boy, like with the running. Oh yeah, 1000%. Yeah. Yeah, I put my kids through all kinds of shit. But yeah, this was my daughter right here.
Yes. And since you wasn't there, but you still was an aide,
Mm-hmm.
I had essentially what I needed.
Let me ask you a question, because Corey Holcomb said she just like her mama. So I want y'all to look at this picture. Do y'all see I have no hair on my face? So I'm doing content while going through chemo. I need y'all to understand this. I have no hair on my face. Why? Because this is when I was going through chemo. I had cancer right here. Y'all. This is why I ain't got no hair on my face. Because I was going through chemo. But you see, I'm still looking good. I'm still looking sexy. I still got my shoulders. So I didn't lose no weight. You feel me? I had cancer right here, y'all. Hey.
I always knew that you would number one be there, even though there was a divorce.
Mm-hmm.
But you just set in that tone to let me know you was always going to be a provider and be there. I guess I may have had a very different experience than most people. And I never want to be insensitive to what people have went through. But the dynamic of everything that happened, became beneficial. That was beneficial to my adult life that I learned from what I went through when I was a child.
How was it beneficial?
It was okay. So for instance, moving from one side of town to a whole nother different side of town, me knowing that my dad operated a certain way, I used everything that happened and everything you taught me to make sure that I didn't go the wrong path or anything like that. Mm-hmm. Compared to if you was in a household while I was going through those things as a young teen, I probably would have been a little bit more like acting out type of.
Yeah. Yo, just listen to my daughter just talk. It just makes me proud. Mandy said, "Did I get the red?" Or somebody said, "Did I get the red devil?" I don't know what the red devil is. I don't know what that is. I think I know what it is. What is the red devil, Mandy? I think I know what you're talking about. Thank you, Caribbean Queen. I love a strong military man from back then. They don't make them like that no more. And that's what I'm saying. That's why I had to kind of like stop talking about Umar for a minute and just let y'all know that I understand that some of y'all are gay, and I can't be talking about gay people, you know, and I don't mean people who like men. I mean soft people, you know, and I like a lot of y'all are soft. And I grew up, you know, saying soft, calling soft people gay, but now gay people are gay. So it's, you know, and I'm just trying to make a transition, not like a gay transition, but a transition away from calling people gay. So it's just, you know, I call people gay adjacent, like half gay, like it's kind of like that. But I don't mean to be, you know, mean, you know, if people think I'm mean, I'm not. You know, the worst kind of chemo. My boyfriend is going through chemo right now as we speak. Oh, damn, Mandy. Tell him to DM me. I can help him. Mandy said her boyfriend is going through chemo right now. DM me right here, right now, y'all. I mean, Mandy, go to IG and DM me right now. DM me right now, Mandy. I want to help your boyfriend. You said he's going through chemo. I can help you. I can help him. I can help you and him. But yeah, I don't know where the brother went. I was hoping he was gonna come back, but I think that was a great conversation. But he didn't come back. But all right, let's keep going.
Like,
so I gave you more of a system and structure on how to deal with the outside world.
Yes. And since you wasn't there, but you still was an aid,
Mm-hmm.
I had essentially what I needed.
Let me ask you a question, because Corey Holcomb said, she just like her mama. I can't deal with her. You just like your mama. And my question to you is, between me and your mama, you are just like who between me and your mama?
I would say I'm more like you.
Okay.
In a character aspect, in the way of going about life, in the moral aspect, I am definitely more like you. Yes.
Okay. Who do you think your sister would say she's just more like, me or y'all mama?
She's more like you.
Like me. Okay.
Yeah,
and that's kind of like what I was saying. See what I'm saying, y'all? Like, my daughters think they're like me, and that makes me feel good. But my guy's right. He's back. And I want to hold on real quick. Mandy said he goes back for his second session this week. He's scared to death. I will DM you. Mandy, DM me, because him being scared is going to make him more sick. All right. Cancer is gay. Sorry. I called cancer gay when I had cancer. I call up my daughter right now, and she would tell you that I said cancer was gay. So sorry to gay people, but I said cancer was gay, and my mindset of cancer being gay is actually what kept me from feeling scared and sad, because I was more powerful than cancer. Cancer is in my body. I'm not in cancer. Cancer is in my body, so I have control of this shit. And I called cancer gay. Sorry to anybody that is offensive by that, but somebody in the chat is going through cancer, and I want to help that person beat cancer. And my way of beating cancer was thinking that cancer was gay. So go ahead, brother.
Okay,
but
so I just
gay
want to answer
means
your question.
yeah, go ahead.
You asked, do I blame my mother for my and then
Oh, you still breaking up. You're still breaking up. Go ahead. I'm trying to listen though.
Started. Can you hear now?
I just hear started and then here now.
And
can you get in a better area? Because I would love to have this conversation with you.
I get phone.
I can't hear you. Hey, do me a favor, because I don't want to lose you again. Can you do me a favor and can you send me a DM right now on IM_Mr. Let Go? And maybe like we can figure this out, but maybe I think this is so much of an important conversation where maybe we can. Damn it. I knew I was going to lose him. Hey, if you're watching, can you please send me a DM right here? Because I want to do a different live stream about this. And because I think this is an important conversation. I knew I was going to lose him. Tell him that positive thoughts are so important. No, Mandy, just DM me, Mandy. Positive thoughts, no, that's different. That's gay too. See what I'm saying? We got to get away from this gay stuff. And I don't mean gay as in liking men. Okay, sorry. But Mandy, tell him to DM me because you teach him gay stuff. No. We're not fucking Care Bears and shit. No. Acting like a Care Bear is not going to help him beat cancer. Okay? So I'm going to say it again to Mandy. Acting like a Care Bear is not going to help him beat cancer. Having positive thoughts, that's not going to help him beat cancer. No. You have to have violent thoughts, Mandy. I'll say it again. You have to have violent thoughts. Okay? Being a Care Bear is not going to help him beat cancer. I did not have positive, gay ass, sissy ass thoughts. I had violent thoughts. Okay? Your job as a person with cancer is to kill cancer. Not be happy. No, it was fuck cancer. It's I will murder cancer. It was on some 300 Spartan shit. It was about murder. It was about war. Okay? I became an axe murderer of cancer. I felt like Jason Voorhees. Okay? I'm walking through the woods in the middle of the night with a fucking machete looking for cancer, Mandy. No, it wasn't no positive thoughts. I did not have one positive thought about cancer. I was Jason Voorhees looking for cancer. I was walking through the fucking woods looking for cancer. I was looking to murder cancer. I had a fucking face mask on, walking through my house with a fucking hatchet, looking for that shit. No, I did not have no positive. You have positive thoughts. No. I had murderous thoughts. I had terrible thoughts. Thoughts that could put me in prison. That's how I beat cancer in 3-4 months, because I don't even remember how long. I think it's 3 more, whatever. Send me a DM right now, Mandy. And hold on, right now, actually, hold on. And we'll get back to the show, y'all. But this is very important to me. And this is for anybody watching. I'm going to pin this at the top of the chat right now. Mandy, right here, here's the link to book a session. And any of you watching can book a session for anything. Relationships, cancer, fatherhood, my baby daddy, my baby mama, whether you're a man, you're a woman, cat, dog, or whatever problem you have in your life, I just dropped the link to book a session with me. Book a session with me. Book a session with me. Don't be gay, book a session with me. Stop being gay and book a session with me. If you're gay, book a session with me. If you're not gay, book a session with me. Book a fucking session. So You don't have to worry about. You can send me a DM also if you want to, Mandy. But I just dropped the link to book a one-on-one session with me. You do you see the link? Because what you're saying is right up his alley. He needs to hear this. Yes. I helped another person beat cancer. I helped another person beat cancer. Because right after I had cancer, somebody else that I'm close to had cancer. See, some people have thoughts of I might die. I had thoughts of I might kill. See the difference? I didn't worry about dying. I worried about killing cancer. I'm like, would I go to prison for murdering cancer? Is cancer going to sue me like Diddy's getting sued? I did what Diddy did to all those women to cancer. I stuck my finger up cancer's butt and turned it. I R-worded cancer. I mauled cancer like a grizzly bear. I M-worded cancer. There we go. You back?
Yeah, can you hear me?
I can hear you now. There we go. Let's go.
All right. So I blame both of my parents equally. My mom physically abused me. My father was absent. When he did come back into the picture, it wasn't to make up for lost time. It was to critique me because I threw the football like a girl, even though he was not around to teach me how to throw the football. So I felt it was, he did not protect me. It was my responsibility to protect him because he was worried about how my image would reflect on him. So I was completely abandoned. I think both of them failed me, but the way that they framed it is that I felt, I mean, they didn't say that I failed them because I was successful in terms of education and going into military and doing things like that. But I always felt that I had to make up for it because they made it seem like I was a failure when I was a child. So I felt I had to overcompensate that for that as an adult. I always felt, I mean, my brother, I felt like that my brother got better treat. I don't know. My mom treated my brother better than me, but I guess my father probably treated me better than my brother. I mean, we were raised in a very dysfunctional household. We were abused. We got beatings all the time. My mom was constantly dropping us off to everybody's house so that she could go out to the club. And she didn't care about what was going on when we were at other people's houses. So I just think that the Black community needs to take accountability for how they raise their children and
I
stop
agree.
projecting it onto the products of their own dysfunction.
I agree. I totally agree.
Somebody was in the comment section was saying that I have trauma.
We all have trauma.
Everybody has trauma, and even that is a projection because you're putting that on me to say that there's something wrong with me, not the fact that I was traumatized.
Right. It's the fact that you were neglected. Because that's the biggest thing. See, traumatized doesn't add clarity or context. You were neglected by your parents. You were abused by your parents. So saying somebody was traumatized is dismissive. So I agree with you. Totally agree with you.
But I mean, again, I came in the middle of your conversation, so this wasn't to say that you're homophobic. I just hear a recurring theme within Black content creators that every problem in the Black community is being placed on the feminization of Black men and gay men specifically, because the bisexuals who lie and hide and claim that they're straight don't get the same energy that actual gay men who don't.
Let me answer that. Let me answer that to the best of my ability. It's a difference between effeminate and the actual act of being with a man. Okay. I don't think anybody cares about men sleeping with men. Nobody cares. Men don't. I'm talking about men. Women probably care, but men don't care. It's the sissy-ish stuff. It's the soft stuff. It's the ooh girl wig wearing stuff, right? It's the acting like a woman stuff. Because if we were to go to war, or if black men were to want to like mobilize like the NFAC did, their fear, black men's fear, it will be a whole bunch of these dudes. Oh my God, it's raining, it's cold. And so it's the sissiness of the perception of the gay and not the having sex with another man stuff. So do you understand the difference? And we as black men may misconstrue things and just put it all together and say gay people are bad, right? Because you don't hear nobody talking about gay women. It's the non-protective, the non-provision, it's the I'll take up for myself side of that. Does that make any sense?
Yes, I address all of these things in my book. And actually, the homophobia from women and homophobia from men is actually different. Women, to your point, women are homophobic because they want protection and provision from men, and they feel like they're not getting it from gay black men. And then black men
they seem to like gay black men more than they like us, though.
Well, but then I'm talking about the women who actually are homophobic. I
Did
get
you
what
hear
you're
what
saying,
Doechii said?
but for the ones who actually are homophobic, it's because they want protection and provision. And then for the men, they're worried about their image. The whole thing about the weak, effeminate black man. The problem with what you're saying is that it's not. First of all, it's not the responsibility of gay black men to protect the community. It's the responsibility of straight black men to protect their women and their children. And even to the extent that
but if it's more of y'all, that it will be less protection. So if the cycle in our minds starts with single motherhood or TV, TV is just, causing like Diddy as an example. Clive Davis allegedly, started diddling Diddy, and it caused Diddy to start diddling other people, right? So there's somewhat of a werewolf-ish or vampire-ish type of thing where a person gets bit by a werewolf and now the person turns into a werewolf. So in our minds, because like I said, I don't want to be insensitive. I just have a barbaric way of speaking. Okay. So I don't want to be offensive. I just have a barbaric way of thinking. So if you were to, without being offensive, look at gay men as werewolves, we are like the non-werewolves, and we're like, hey, we don't need to get bitten, or we need to stay away from the werewolves, because for whatever reason, the werewolves are turning more people into werewolves, and there's more werewolves, is less people.
I see the opposite. I see straight black men as being the werewolves. That
okay.
I see that you guys created us. We didn't create you. So we're the product of your dysfunction. And I'm not sure how much
that's interesting. How
much I can emphasize is that you're not even protecting your children. You're not. You talk about the NFAC as if that represents a collective of black men. That does not represent. And if we actually had,
I just thought about my way of protecting my community.
Right, but I'm talking about the collective as a whole, that most black boys are not being protected by their fathers. The children are expected to protect the image of their fathers instead of it being the other way around. So you're not protecting your community. You're not standing up to the system of white supremacy. You're doing absolutely nothing. The crime is being committed by black men selling drugs. We don't have any actual positive examples. And so the positive examples, that the few that we have, are black women, the successful black women. Why wouldn't a man want to put on a dress and grow some tits so that he can be like a successful black woman, as opposed to the ones who are terrorizing their own communities? The ones who are out here.
Stop right there. That actually makes sense. And this you said something about white America and something. You said something about white supremacy, right? So we all know propaganda and media runs the entire world, right? What shows up on the news, what shows up in movies, what shows up in TV shows, right? So according to what you just said, you're literally like responding to what you're agreeing with me, and you're agreeing with straight black men. So what you just said, that propaganda, the media, white America is propping black women up to look like they're better than black men, they're smarter than black men, more educated than black men, got more money than black men. Therefore, it's making young black men who are already being raised by their single mothers want to be black women instead of black men, because according to the propaganda that white America is putting out there, because white people are doing this, it makes more sense, or it looks like it would make more sense for a young boy to grow up to be a woman instead of a man, because the way propaganda paints out black men are the scums of the earth. They're killing people. They're not taking care of their kids. They're broke. They're stupid. They're pookies, right? So it's like, why not be a black woman instead of a black man? And that is actually the propaganda that I'm talking about, and that other black men are talking about. It's black women doing this because they're raising these young men to be fatherless, and they're teaching black men to have her mannerism, because we have mirror neurons where we see another person doing something and we naturally mirror the other person. So millions of black women are becoming single mothers by droves to this day. So that's part of the effeminization of black men. And then propaganda, like you just said, propping black women up. Do you realize how many black women that are educated but ain't got no goddamn money? Do you know how many black women that are educated, they're now on TikTok crying because Trump, and I want to bring Trump into this, but Trump is getting rid of the school loan stuff, and you know women are crying? That's propping black women up. These goddamn women ain't paid their student loans back. If you take student loans away, black women would not be educated. So white America is propping black women up to appear to be better than black men. But in the background, they're not as broke as black men. They're broker than black men, because black men, they go drive forklifts, they go drive buses, they go drive trucks, they get CDL license. They're not going through 6 years of school. So they don't have $70,000 worth of school debt. So black women are negative broke, while black men are broke, as you would probably say. So they're worse than black men, not better. But because they got a goddamn degree that their ass did not pay for, but they're being propped up as being smarter, but their asses don't even have no money. They go spend 6 years in goddamn college and only make $32,000 a year when they get out. And then 5 years later, her dumbass goes back to graduate school and gets another degree, gets in more debt just to make $10,000 more a goddamn year. So she paid $60,000 to make $10,000 more a goddamn year. So black women are being propped up as being these smart, educated people, but overall, they're the dumbest group of people in America. Because one, they're having fathers' babies, literally multiple fathers' babies, which is stupid. They're spending 6 years in college and only making $30,000 a year, which is stupid. And then they're running around with all this feminist bullshit saying black men are the problem when they, in fact, are the goddamn problem. And they're raising young boys to be gay.
No, they're not raising their sons to be gay. They're actually raising their children to be hyper masculine. And then the gay part is a rebellion against their upbringing, that you had your femininity beaten out of you. And so now as an adult, you're going to rebel against that. But I just want to push back against the whole thing that this is propaganda. This is not propaganda. This is what we see on a daily basis. I live in a hood, and right now I am being terrorized by a black male drug dealer who keeps
What
ringing my
city you in?
doorbell, who has broken into my house, who climbs over my fence and slashes my water
What
hoses.
state you're in?
Texas. This
Okay.
is my uncles were on drugs. They stole the Christmas presents, in and out of jail. I mean, you don't need the white man to push propaganda. You can see it every day. You know who's committing the crimes, and you know that your father was absent. So, of course, you're going to gravitate more towards women than black men. I mean,
But
I
women,
don't.
do you think women can protect you, or can protect you better than black men, in your opinion?
No, I think black women, black mothers are abusive. So I think black men should be protecting their children from black women.
That's why I'm here. My brand is literally, I coach women to protect, because I am the protector of her child. Because in my mind, a single mother is a dysfunctional person, and they're the person raising the child, right? I am here for the children, but I can't say I'm here for the children because there's too many R. Kellys and P. Diddy's and all these pedo people out here, right? So I can't say, hey, I want your children. That sounds weird, right? But I am here for the children. But the way that I'm here for the children is to coach their mother into being better women, and to go out and see that single motherhood is dysfunctional. So the next child she decides to have is going to be as a married woman. And then that new man that comes in that marries her can now father that new child and the child that she already has. And now everything to a certain degree is fixed, as long as she makes a good choice of a good standing man. So I'm actually here to save children and not to save women, because if a woman don't want to be saved, she can go out in the woods and lick tree bark. I don't give a fuck. She can kiss my ass. But the women that want to be saved, by proxy, their children will be saved. And that is why I'm here to do. So it sounds like we are both on the same page. The biggest enemy is black women and not black men, because black women made black men the enemy by making them gay. Go ahead.
No,
and
I
not
don't think we
saying
are.
gay people are the enemy. I'm not saying that. Go ahead.
I don't think we are on the same page, because I think that you're putting the blame on black women, and I think
I'm putting the responsibility on black women. It's not blame. I don't believe in blame. I believe who is responsible for that.
I think black men are responsible because they're not protecting their children from mothers. Black women don't know how to discipline their children. They're not equipped to do it. So that's where the father is supposed to step in. And they don't even
I think the role of the father is to protect the child for the mother. I agree. I agree with you.
Right. But even when it comes to this whole single mother, it was the black man who impregnated her. These women are not choosing to be single mothers. They want to have sex the same way men do. And then they're told that abortion is wrong.
Hold on. Can a woman go up under a bridge and pull up her skirt with no panties and get smashed by somebody on the bridge? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. That's what black women are essentially doing. They're giving up the ass to anybody that will nut in them because she just wants a baby. Like I said, yesterday I was standing in line listening to girls, young girls in their 20s or whatever, talking about when I have a baby. They didn't say nothing about marriage, and I didn't want to turn around and talk to them because they were young. So I'm not going to be like, hey, young girl, I don't want to look like a weirdo. So I just let them talk because, it's none of my business. But it happened yesterday. This is the mentality of 20-year-old girls, probably 18-year-old girls. I don't know how old they were, but they were having a full-blown conversation while I was in line about when they have a baby, how they're going to do this and do that. There's no mentality of getting married or what the father is going to do. It's the expectation of when I get older, I'm going to have a baby. I'm going to have a baby, my baby. There's no understanding of there's a man or we are going to have a baby or I have to. Like the rite of passage is to get married before having a baby. That does not exist because all these girls are doing is getting around a dumb nigga and lifting up their skirt like, come nutting me in the parking lot, because all she wants is a baby. She don't give a fuck about the father. So how can a father actually be there when a dude just smashed her in the parking lot and nutted in her? He don't even know it's his.
No. These women are dealing with a lot of trauma. They were abandoned by their fathers, and they're trying to get validation from men. and these women are already broken, and the men take advantage of it because they just want an easy nut. The men don't have any self-control. The men, they say they blame gay black men because we should have self-control. We should have restraint, and then we're not. We should be celibate for the rest of our lives, but straight black men don't have to be celibate. They can go around and skeet wherever they want. They can have multiple children and don't take care of them, and the blame is going to be put on black women, and it's going to be blamed on their children. But the men don't take any responsibility whatsoever. Why don't they get themselves sterilized or use protection or do something? Because once they have the baby, they're going to complain about having to pay child support and not being able to see them. You knew that was the dynamic of the situation when you came. You knew that the system favors women, and you decided to have children anyway. Do you not know that when you have sex with a woman without protection, that a baby is the consequence of that?
Yeah. So let me say this.
Why is the onus always being put on the woman, but not the man, when the man can actually exercise?
I just explained it. I just explained
you said
it.
that the woman can go under
I literally
the
said
and she can.
A woman with a pussy out is going to get somebody to fuck her, and it's going to be a random person that fucks her, and he's not even going to know or be around when she gets pregnant because she doesn't know who fucked her. That's literally what I'm saying.
But why would
women
he do
are
that,
literally
though?
sticking a pussy out, and a dude is like, "Ooh, I want some pussy," and he's gonna fuck her, and she doesn't even know him. In order, see, the thing about it is, as an example, right? If I take my keys and swallow them, and I go to the hospital and say one of the keys ruptured my stomach lining or something, right? Is it my fault for swallowing a bunch of keys, or is it the keys' fault for rupturing my stomach lining? It's a real question.
I don't understand your.
I just said if I swallow my keys and because they're keys, they rupture something in my body, and now I have a problem and I got to wear a shit bag because I swallowed my keys. Is it the keys' fault, or is it me swallowing the keys? Answer the question, please.
The keys are not sentient, so there's only one person in your scenario versus the real scenario. There's two sentient human beings. There's two actors.
Hold on. No. You're still allowing a foreign substance into your body. A woman is allowing some random ass dude to come in her. She did not have to pull up her dress. She did not have to bend over. She did not have to lay on her back. Her poom poom is in the hardest place to get to in her whole body. Her feet hit the ground every day. So if her pussy was on her foot, I will understand a woman getting pregnant if her pussy was on her foot. Her pussy is right in the middle of her goddamn legs. Do you know how difficult it is to get between a woman's legs even if she wanted to? She got to lay down, bend over, take her clothes off, take her panties off, take her pants off. She has to go through a whole bunch of shit, but her mouth, her ears, everything else is right there. Her eyes, all of these orifices are right here for the taking, but nobody sticks anything up nobody's nose. You got to go through a whole bunch of shit for somebody to get to your pussy. So the point is, for all of the openings of your body, your pussy is the hardest place to get to. So the point is, a woman has to go through some work in order to get a man to fuck her. And I'm not saying a man doesn't want to, but she has to take off a whole bunch of shit. She has to lay down on her back. She has to find somewhere to lay down on in order to do it. So the point is, it's not as easy as you think it is for a woman to get herself pregnant, but she's getting herself pregnant.
She got herself. Flirting. No, the man and the woman are doing the exact same thing. The only difference is that because of biology, the woman bears the consequence. She's the one who's going to get pregnant.
If she bears the consequence, she bears the responsibility.
But when it comes to the responsibility, when it comes to the mens rea, they're both equally culpable. The man is impregnating her, even if she quote unquote allowed him to do it. He took the bait. He didn't put up any resistance. He had no self-control, and he decided to put his semen inside of her. He was reckless. And then when he has to suffer the consequences and pay child support, then he wants to whine and act like
agreeing
somebody
with you,
tricked him.
What you're not understanding, if I snort some goddamn cocaine, it's not the cocaine's fault. It's me snorting it. It's the same thing with semen. If you let somebody, if a foreign object goes into any of my orifices and I sniff it or stick it in my ear or stick it in my butt, I stuck it there. I let the shit go. I took my clothes off for the shit to happen. Or I took the line of coke and I put my nose up to the goddamn thing. You have to do some things in order for the shit to happen.
That's not.
Oh no.
I mean, are you familiar with Maslow's
If there was
hierarchy
a
of
line of
needs?
cocaine, I still got to do this in order for it to get in here. I can't sit here and be like this and start sniffing and the cocaine gets up there. I have to do this. So the
Are
point
you familiar
is,
with Maslow's hierarchy of needs?
yes, 1000%.
So that is a motivational model. Women have the same motivations that men have. They're at the base level, you have the physiological level, which is the need for sex, for food, for shelter.
No, it's not about sex. It's about food and shelter.
I understand, but there's a hierarchy. It moves up, and you have to have self-esteem. You need to have
the third level is when women start having problems, and the third level is belonging. Women want to belong within the society of single mothers. There's so many single mothers out here. When I talk to women, there's women in the chat right now who don't have children. They feel less than a woman because they don't have children. Not don't have a husband, don't have children.
But who's telling them that they are less than because they don't have
Maslow's hierarchy of needs is.
No, the black community is telling them that they have to have children.
No. You brought up Maslow's hierarchy of needs. It's the need to belong to a bigger group, and the bigger group is single mothers. Ain't no man telling women that you should be a single mother. Is single mothers saying you should be a single mother. So the need to belong within the hierarchy of needs, Maslow's hierarchy of needs, is causing women to become single mothers.
Right, because they
belong.
They were raised in broken homes.
Yes.
They didn't have a functional
and they now
family.
think it's normal,
and
so
then
they normalize it.
They think that they can recreate a stable family on their own because they didn't have one as a child.
Yes.
But you have to address the root cause of it, that they were already dysfunctional before they got into that situation, that they already did not have a stable foundation from their own parents. So that trauma perpetuates itself.
And that's called epigenetics. That's called epigenetics. So I understand that. Totally agree. But what you're trying to do is blame men for, and you got to understand, I understand blaming men. Men do have a responsibility, but like I said, we can do whatever. We can go out and R word somebody. We can go out and M somebody. We can do whatever we want to do, but we don't supposed to, right? But with women, they can go out and just shake their ass in front of somebody, and he stick his dick in her, and next thing you know, boom, she's pregnant. And he like, bitch, I don't even know you. Like it is the man's fault because he shouldn't have did it. But when it comes to the randomness of women sticking their ass in people's faces, it's her responsibility it's her body, it's her like womb.
But where was the father to teach her to buy her body?
There is no father because she just stuck her ass in front of somebody's face.
Where was her father? Where was her father?
Because her mom was a hoe. Do you know most of these women's moms was hoe whores? Whores.
Okay,
my mom was hoeing. She wasn't selling pussy, but she was a hoe. Was your mama a hoe?
Yeah, she was.
Thank you. Oh, stop right there. Stop right there. Stop right there. Stop right there. Our moms, being hoes, made us single children with no father. That's what I'm saying. My mom's fucking bum ass niggas, and then another bum ass nigga come right behind him, like months later or whatever. So my mom wasn't hoeing on the street, but my mom was a hoe. She was fucking this random ass dude, and she gonna fuck this random ass dude. And I had to deal with seeing these random ass niggas in my house. So bitches be hoes, bro. So our fathers are non-existent because our moms was hoes. So these women here are hoes. It's the same shit. These women are hoes, bro. They fucking any goddamn body.
But you got to step back and look at this situation in its totality. That we live under a patriarchal system, And so the men are supposed to be the leaders. So the men should step back and look at this situation objectively and see the pattern that is being perpetuated. And they're the ones who need to take control if the man is supposed to be the leader. If the man and the women are equal,
to be the leader is the point. He's supposed to be, but women aren't looking for leaders.
No, it's not about them looking for
average
leaders.
Woman looks for a bum.
No.
She wants to be the leader.
It's not about them looking for leadership. Men are supposed to take charge. They're not supposed to
How
let
can he
women
take
run.
charge if he's not a leader? Every man isn't a leader. Your job as a woman is to pick a proper leader.
No, it's
They're
not
not
about
doing that.
Okay, so then what you're essentially saying is that most black men are not leaders because they're
No. I said most black men women choose to have babies with aren't leaders. That's what I said.
Unless there's a bunch of black men who don't have children, which most of them do. And besides the
No. Most black men don't have children. That's a fact. Most black men do not have children.
Maybe the young ones.
No. Most black men do not have children. That is a fact. Now, I agree with you on a lot of other things, but most black women do not. I mean, most black men do not have children.
I would need to look that up, but I don't personally know any heterosexual black men who don't have children, who are over the age of 40. I can't think of one.
Okay, that's not most black men. Just because, okay, you can't say most black men over, you can say most black men over 40 have kids. You can say that if you want to, but you can't say most black men have kids when most black men
That's what I'm saying. It depends on the age.
No,
20,
every age, child making age, most black men don't have children. I need you to understand that. They don't. Most black women have children. 80% of black women have children. And
okay,
40%
I would
of
say
black men have children.
most black women do have children. And I'm not going to, there's probably fewer black men who have children, but it's still a majority. It's still
how
over
are
50.
so many black women walk around with children when most black men don't have children? Because they're having babies with the same niggas who got children by another woman that he ain't taking care of the baby. That's my only point. Does that make sense?
I would need to look up those stats, but let me ask you this question. If what you're saying is true, how are these black men not having children? Are they using protection? Are they getting vasectomy? What are they doing to protect themselves?
Most black men can't even get no pussy. So they can't get sex. So that's the reason why they want it. They want a nut in a girl. Yes.
Oh, they
want
get sex.
But they can't.
What they do, what those incels do.
Most black men cannot get sex. Go ahead.
Maybe they can't get it from women, but even though they consider themselves straight, they get their sex from gay black men. And that's a secret that nobody wants to talk about.
Understood. Stay right there. Even though we're not talking about that, but at least they can't make a baby. So I don't have a problem with them. There's a side problem, but there's not a real problem, because I don't care what men are doing, because like I said, it's not about men having sex with men. That's the biggest problem. It's men being effeminate, where they can't help protect what they own, or help protect against white America, or help protect women, or help protect their community. So it's the feminization. That's the main thing you brought up in the first place.
Let me ask you this
not having sex with men. So there are two different problems. Go ahead.
But why is it their response? Why is it gay men's responsibility to protect the black
Who said
community?
that?
I'm sorry.
Oh, you're still a black man.
No, but I don't have any children. I don't have any women, so they are not my. I mean, I can assume that responsibility just because I want to be a good person. But the entitlement that it's straight. The men who have children, the men who have women, it's their responsibility to protect their women, and it's not gay men's responsibility to do anything.
That's fine, and hence the reason why we don't need a lot of gay men, because they don't feel they're in another community. So what you're saying is fair, but that's the reason why we don't need more of them or y'all, because it's less black men over here that will protect women,
But
because
they're not
women
doing
need
it though.
protection from other men.
They're creating children, but they're not protecting them. They're not
That's
the
another problem that we got to work on.
NFAC.
But that, remember, this whole live stream is shitting on a man that's not taking care of his daughter.
But it's not just Umar Johnson. It is the collective. The most
Sir, we got to start with one. I'm shitting on Umar Johnson. See, the thing about it is, I can't shit on just because they're not on social media. So I can't show the person, hey, this guy's a piece of shit. I can't do that because I don't know who they be. But I could say Umar Johnson is a piece of shit because he's on social media. So of course there's more people like Umar Johnson. But since Umar Johnson is the leader of the Deadbeats, I'm saying that niggas like Umar Johnson and Umar Johnson are pieces of shit.
Right, but you just said we don't need more gay black men because they're not going to be providing the protection and provision. But it starts with the straight black men not giving the protection and the provision in the first place.
Yes.
That we were raised in that dysfunction and we are the products of it.
Yes, I agree. I totally agree. So I'm not saying that it's not our responsibility. I'm just saying that, like, I don't have children. My kids are grown, so I don't have kids, and I got a vasectomy. So I'm out here fucking, but I'm not making more kids. I was just talking to my daughter the other day about having more kids. I'm like, you don't see me running around have no kids. I told my kid that. So I was like, hey, make sure you do what you're supposed to do, because I'm out here doing what I'm supposed to do, and I'm leading by example. I told my own daughter that. Don't be out here having no goddamn kids, because I ain't out here having no kids. And if I'm grown, I ain't have no kids. You don't have no kids until you get married and do all the things you're supposed to do.
Right, but when we talk about masculinity, we're talking about performative masculinity. We're talking about this fake, the deep voice, the facial hair, watching football, grabbing your balls. That is what's considered masculine. It's not about providing protection and provision that to perform the traditional masculine role. So even though these men present as masculine because they have the deep voice, they look physically threatening, they don't actually assume the masculine role, and they're considered masculine even though they don't protect the community, even though they don't provide. They're not masculine. They're not even when they are in relationship, they're not the dominant one because they don't have any provision.
So they're bums. I agree.
So when we talk about the effeminization of black men, it's not just about
that's a different conversation. Effeminate and being broke and being uneducated and being irresponsible with your actions are different than effeminate.
That is feminine. That is feminine when a woman is in charge.
Effeminate is different than feminine.
Okay, but I'm talking about the men in the black community are assuming in the feminine role, even if they present as masculine. The woman is still in a masculine position. The woman is still the one making all the decisions. The women are the leaders. The men are not assuming a leadership role.
Women are not the leaders of nothing. Women are broke and in debt. They ain't
no, but
leaders.
Even when it comes to parenting, the women are still leading that whole situation. The men don't take charge. They don't tell a woman, I'm the father. This is the way it's going to be. You're not going to be beating my child with an extension cord. I'm going to see no, they let the woman lead the entire situation. They're very passive. And a lot of them want to get with white women because they want the white woman to lead them. The white woman is extremely dominant. And black women, people say that black women are masculine and they're actually not. Maybe they are when it comes to the children, but when it comes to men, they're very submissive. They let the man do whatever the hell they want. They don't have any standards. They're not as masculine and dominant as people portray them. Black women are very passive and submissive.
I get it.
They can talk.
We're going in circles. I know we're going in circles. My point is this: being gay in itself isn't the bad thing. Being effeminate is the bigger bad thing. I'm not saying being gay isn't an issue. There is an issue with the heterosexual community of being gay, or their single mothers making their sons gay. That's not the biggest issue. The bigger issue is single mothers making their sons effeminate, because gay people aren't lazy. Effeminate. I mean, these dudes that are the heterosexual men are lazier than gay men.
Right, but
The
I want to address the
heterosexual men are the ones making babies and not taking care of them, not gay men.
Right,
You
but
see
you're going
how
to be
y'all are not the problem, but the single motherhood is causing men not to be gay, but men to be lazy and irresponsible and effeminate.
right.
It's a
But even
bigger
when it
issue
comes to
than
the
just
whole discussion
sleeping
of
with a man. Go ahead.
even that whole discussion of femininity, it's not necessarily something that you choose. Because I don't have a deep voice, because I don't present as masculine, I'm going to automatically be deemed as feminine, even if
That was a choice.
I'm sorry?
That was
They
a choice, either by your parents or by you.
No, my voice, the way that I look, those things are things that I can't control. People will
It is.
automatically say that
It
I'm
is.
feminine.
I can grow my hair out and look different. I can cut my beard off and look different.
I
We
didn't
all
choose
can
my
look different.
voice. I didn't choose my voice. If people hear me, they
You can talk
automatically
deeper
say,
if you want to. You don't have to talk like that if you don't want to. I don't have to talk like this if I don't
this
want
is
to.
my natural voice. This is not me trying to
I can
change.
talk like this on a normal basis, but I don't want to talk like this on a normal basis. But I can talk like this on a normal
Okay,
basis.
let me
What you
just
talking
tell
about?
you. Let me give
It's
you
a
a quick little.
choice.
I was 8 years old in a barbershop, dressed as a little boy. I didn't say anything. I didn't do anything. I was getting my hair cut. Some grown man came in and told me that I look like a little bitch. And so it was because the way that I look. I didn't do anything to deserve it. So that
I did
stigma,
say is of you or your parents. Your parents presented you as some type of way that caused another person to say that.
it was
So I
because of
did
the way I
say,
looked. It was because of the way that
no,
I
your
looked.
parents presented you in a way. We all look, we all have uh mirror neurons, okay, and then we all have something called neuroception. All right, neuroception is how we perceive, how our neurons perceive the outside world, and then our mirror neurons actually cause us to respond to the outside world in a mirror type way. So we naturally, and this is everybody, we naturally start mirroring the people that we're around. So either your parents dressed you a certain way, taught you a certain way, talked to you a certain way. You said your mom, was abusive, and I'm sorry you went through that. But at the same time, you probably seen what your mom was doing and acting like, and your mirror neurons just took over, and you started mirroring, like,
No,
your mom's movements.
it
And
wasn't anything that I said. It wasn't any way the way I was dressed. It was based purely on the way that I looked. Because I looked feminine, something that I could not control, he told me that I looked like a little bitch. This is what goes on. They blame you for something that is not within. So basically, you can't win no matter what. You can try to go to church, you can try to pray it away. They're still going to judge you and say that you're gay, that you're even if you're not even sexually active. So there's nothing that you did to deserve it. The stigma is on you for things that are completely out of your control. Even if
I understand, but you were a child, so of course it was out of your control. But now that you're an adult, just like I talk about how Dr. Umar or Dr. Deadbeat is talking shit about his daughter, she's grown. She can go do this and do that, whatever she want to do now. So the thing about it is, you're an adult. You can do what the hell you want to do now. So you
right, but
can't turn around
even
and
if
blame your parents for, like, for example, if you are gay, you are choosing to be gay. You cannot be gay. I can choose to
right,
be gay.
but even if I chose to not be gay, I would still get the same stigma. It wouldn't change anything. They would still
Why?
treat me the exact same way,
You
based
know how
on
many
the
hoes moved to Atlanta acting like they're not hoes, but there was a hoe in Illinois or goddamn Indiana or something. She got fucked by everybody in the neighborhood, and now she don't move to Atlanta, and she's this good girl. A gay person do the same thing.
No. Even when I was a virgin, even when I wasn't doing anything, I got treated the exact same way. So it didn't matter.
Deepen your voice right now. Give me your deepest voice. Pause. Go. Go.
Um,
Stop. Do
Tell
it.
me something to say. I don't know what to say.
I went to the store and bought a sandwich in your most masculine voice. Go.
I went to the store and bought a sandwich.
Exactly.
No, but
like
you expect me to
wait. Listen. I'm just showing you because I'm not trying to make you anything different. Okay. I'm respecting you for who you are. I'm just letting you know that how you talk, as an example, is your choice.
You expect me to do that all the time? You expect me to keep that up?
If
It's
you
not
want
natural.
to,
It's not natural. I can't do that.
Sir. I need you to understand it's a choice that you are deciding not to make. It's all. Dribbling a basketball.
Do you
Do you know how to
choose your
dribble?
voice?
Hold on. Wait, do you know how to play basketball?
No.
Okay. How long do you think it would take for you to learn how to just efficiently play basketball? What do you how long?
Tried. I'm not good at I don't have the right
I get it.
rhythm and the
But
right
I get it. But do you think if you had a trainer that is like excellent in basketball, do you think you can, just shooting, not being on the NBA, but being able to shoot efficiently, dribble efficiently, not be the best, but probably 3 months? If you train with this person, how to and then just, do you think things will be better as far as you being on the court? Yes or no?
I can shoot, but I can't dribble.
Get it. I get it. I'm the same way. I have trouble dribbling. But if I hung out with a person that is very efficient at dribbling for 3, maybe 4 months, guess what? I will be pretty efficient. Not good, but I will be efficient. But that would be a choice of me wanting to do that. I don't care. Hold on. I don't care. Therefore, I'm not going to do that. But if I wanted to do that, I would actually accomplish this. The same thing with you. Because like I said, I'm not against you doing anything. But if you didn't want to be gay, act gay, talk offended, whatever you want to call it, you can do that if you wanted to. You're just making a choice not to. So you're not a victim of gayness. You're not a victim of your mother. You are now, as an adult, making a conscious choice to be whatever it is that you are. That is all I'm saying.
I'm choosing to have sex with men, but everything else is not a choice. I don't think that I mean, that is completely unrealistic to say that I can change. Completely unrealistic to say that I would change my voice and then maintain it on a daily basis, 24/7.
Why not?
You don't do that. Nobody does that. Nobody changes their voice.
Who doesn't want to do that? They don't do that.
There's no incentive to do that. It's not. Why would you?
Why would anybody an incentive to do something? That's the problem with black men right there. We only do shit when there's an incentive.
Okay, if you were to tell me to change my voice for a job interview, and I have to do this for 2 hours, fine, I can do it. I can't maintain that for the rest of my life.
You got paid more money if you had a deep voice. Your ass to do it
for a job interview, but not for the rest of my life.
There's an incentive at work. You would do it. Do you know how people act one way at home and act another way at work? People do that shit all the time, bro. And I'm not telling you to do something. I'm letting you know at the end of the day, everything we do, being gay, being an axe murderer, playing basketball, all this shit is a choice. Niggas is making choices.
Well, I don't think all of it. We didn't choose to be born. And I do want to emphasize that. Because we didn't choose to be born. So we didn't choose any of this.
You chose to be gay, is what I'm saying. I didn't say born. I said gay.
But you said everything. You said everything.
Being born is not a thing. It happened. You're not being born again. You do know you can only be born one time. So you're not being born, sir. You're being gay.
But you're existing because of a consequence that was imposed on you. So I'm sorry. I am an anti-natalist and I do not believe in procreation. So I don't think that you can impose life on someone and then expect them to perform to this fake image of masculine, that they have to change their voice and go through all this rigmarole.
I didn't say you can. I said you can. That's all I said. You have the ability to do it. So therefore, it's a choice not to do it. That's all I'm saying. I don't care, sir.
Do you think it's a realistic choice? Do you think that somebody should be that miserable, to be that self-conscious, to worry about their every move and how every mannerism?
That's literally what manhood is. I'm conscious of everything I do as a man. Yes.
But your natural voice is already till you don't have to make that effort.
No. When I'm in a woman's face, my voice actually gets deeper. 1000%. When I'm in a woman's face, my voice gets deep. Right now, I'm like, I'm making a choice to talk louder because guess what? I'm animated. And it's more entertaining for me to be like, God damn it, you motherfucker! What the hell? Fuck Umar Johnson! You stupid motherfucker! You single father! That's a choice. I don't talk like that when I'm offline. This is a choice.
Me
talking in this level is a choice that I'm making because I'm on YouTube. I don't talk like this.
Your natural proclivities are masculine. You prefer masculine.
My natural tone of voice when I'm talking to somebody, especially when I'm around a woman, is like this.
But even though you
talk like, hold on. But if I talk like this throughout the entire live stream, won't nobody be in this bitch because I will be boring and monotone.
What about you have masculine interests? You prefer women, you prefer football and basketball, you prefer things that heterosexual men prefer. You prefer being a masculine man. It's not a choice. You chose. This is something that you naturally want.
A choice, sir. What are you talking about? All right, man.
Okay, it's not like
Moise, let me just understand what you're saying, Moise. Like it's okay. Look,
like you prefer playing with G.I. Joe and trucks. You didn't actually want to play with Barbie dolls. Like you gravitated.
It was a choice.
But that's what you naturally wanted. You didn't. It's not like I want to play with Barbie dolls, but I'm going to resist it because
no. My mirror neurons cause me to mirror other males. Mirror neurons. My environment, my parents taught me to see when I'm looking on cartoons, right? Remember, we're talking about propaganda on teaching kids to be gay and all this other shit, right? When I grew up, I looked at Transformers. There were female Transformers and male Transformers. The female Transformers act like girls, and male Transformers, you know how Optimus Prime, Autobots, blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? It was a strong, and even though he was a cartoon, he was like, Autobots, do this. And I was like, ooh. And he's a transformer. So then I see on a commercial, hey kids, do you want to buy a transformer? I was like, ooh, I want to buy the one that was saying Autobots transform. Then I'm at home with Optimus Prime playing with him and shit. And I'm like, Autobots transform. Do you see how I made a choice to want to be masculine like Optimus Prime? And Optimus Prime was a male figure, even though it was a cartoon. That was propaganda. But but if my mom sat me in front of fucking Care Bears or some old whatever the fuck, the girl shit, I would have wanted to be gay. Because I would have been like, oh, okay. So apparently I'm supposed to talk like this and act like this and play with dolls. It was my parents that made me into a masculine man. I just showed you a video of my dad making me run 10 goddamn miles as a 5-year-old. I was taught to be masculine. So your mother may have taught you to be feminine. That's my point.
What did you resist though? Did you resist an urge to be feminine? Did you resist an easy bake oven? Did you resist playing with Barbies? Like you if it's a choice, right? You didn't have a preference to be feminine, and then you resisted it and chose to be masculine. You wanted to be masculine. So these boys
want and choice is the same, is a synonym, sir. That's synonymous with the same, they're synonymous with each other. Choice and preference. What?
But you personally, it's not like you wanted to be feminine, but I chose to be masculine because
there was girl shit cartoons also. When I watched Transformers and wrestling or whatever, it was girl shit that came on the TV. My Little Pony. Fucking y'all name some girl shit that came on TV in the commercials. My Little Pony, Care Bears, Teddy Ruxpin, Barbie. All that shit came on the commercials too. So yeah, I see the Barbie shit, and I'm like, nah, I don't like that.
Right.
Optimus Prime came on. Oh, yes, good. I was like, ooh, I want that.
But that was your natural interest. You were naturally inclined to the masculine interest. So it's not like you actually wanted to play with the Barbie doll, but then you
on the commercials too, though. It was a choice. You just made a different.
That was your natural preference. You can say it's a choice, but your choice was made easy for you because that's what you naturally wanted.
Okay, let's go with that. How was your natural preference not masculine stuff then, if that's the case?
My natural preference was for things that were feminine. I wanted to play Double Dutch.
Why?
I wanted to play with Barbie.
Why? Just go ahead. I don't know. I'm asking.
Because it seemed more fun. The boy stuff seemed boring. I didn't want to play.
Oh, okay. I like that. I like that.
And I was better at the girl stuff. I wasn't good at playing football.
Okay, cool. All right. So, question: who pushed you in that? Because you had to go outside, right? Who pushed you? Wonder Woman. Thank you. She-Ra. Thank you. I watched He-Man. I watched Thundercats. Thunder. It was all kinds of that. Momoro, you like, it was like manly shit in the cartoons I used to watch. Momoro used to go crazy. That nigga went nuts. You feel me? Lion-O was like, yeah. Like this shit was like violent. Like I watched violence, fucking wrestling and shit. Yes, niggas was violent and shit. So I watched violence growing up. You chose not to watch violence.
No. Like I would watch Thundercats. I wanted to be Chitara. I would play Street Fighter. I wanted to be Chun-Li. I wanted to be the female.
Is okay. Why? What the fuck was Chitara doing? And it was she wasn't even doing shit. She just ran fast. She didn't even beat nobody up. Why did you want to be Chitara instead of Lion-O?
Because it seemed boring. I don't know why. It just seemed
she wasn't doing shit. Lion-O was a main character. You didn't want to. Okay, if anybody seemed boring, it was the person that wasn't the main character.
Okay,
Lion-O
so when I got the toys,
fucking Momra. What are you talking about?
Okay, so when we got the toys, I did get
fucking Smurfs. The Smurfs was the males, and it was one female.
I got Lion-O. My brother got the Momra toy, but I really wanted the Chitara, but I knew I couldn't get it, so I couldn't say it. So I had to settle.
Okay, but why did you want Chitara? I didn't have the Thundercats toys. I like the robot. I had the Constructicons where you literally have to figure out how to put them all together to make a big ass robot. I had Voltron. The lions came to it, but it was a female lion though, bro. It was a female lion, but I never said, ooh, the female lion, because it was more male lions. So my question to you, this is a real question. If it was more males in the video, the movie, the cartoon, and it was one female, with all these cartoons, why the hell did you pick the female and she wasn't doing shit? It doesn't make sense for you to say it wasn't a choice, because it has to be a choice for you to pick the one motherfucker over here and everybody over here flipping and punching people in the face, and her ass ain't doing shit. And name another, okay, let's do this. Everybody in the chat, name all of the TV shows that had multiple males and one female. Thundercats, Power Rangers, Voltron. It was a bunch of niggas and one female. What is they had rings. What was that? Fuck. The only thing that was on cartoons that was girls was Powderpuff Girls, but everything else was a bunch of niggas and one girl. Why did you pick the girl instead of the niggas? It's the question.
Probably because that was the only girl, and the girls.
Why though? The question why is why?
Because they were all the same, and I wanted something that was different, and so.
Oh, you made a choice to be different.
It's not that I chose it. That's what I naturally wanted, to be different from everybody else, but I still chose the masculine one because that's what I was expected to do. But I didn't. It wasn't fun. It wasn't like I got anything out of it. I didn't enjoy
Smurfs.
having to watch
That's another one.
football. Football was boring as hell, but I had to do it because that's what all my cousins did. It was torture.
Okay. It was torture?
It was absolute torture. I wanted to watch figure skating. That was more fun to me.
Okay. All I'm saying is being gay is a choice, and you made a choice to be gay. And I'm not mad at you, but you can't say it wasn't a choice. All this shit I'm telling you was a choice.
I can choose to be miserable and then and what?
You chose. That's all I'm saying. Captain Planet. That's another one.
It's not a fair choice though. You can say, oh,
did you watch Captain Planet? Captain Planet, whole bunch of niggas, one chick. All of them. All of them. So you made a choice because it wasn't a whole bunch of women dancing around in your face. It was one of them and a whole bunch of niggas. You made a whole choice. You made a whole
people
choice.
Choose what they like. They like what they like. Like
no, we don't have choices until we get older. Our choices come from our parents or propaganda. So either your parents made you gay or the propaganda you was watching, you gravitated towards the feminine stuff. So all of it, you either made a choice or your parents made a choice for you to be gay. Nobody's born gay.
My actions were a choice. My actions were a choice. I chose Lionel, but that's not what my mind wanted.
I got you. But because we're going in circular. X-Men. Thank you. Yeah, X-Men. All of it. Whole bunch of niggas and one chick. All of it is all I'm saying. So none of this shit are cartoons. Now all this gay stuff going on now, but cartoons, they made it masculine as fuck. All of it was masculine as fuck.
To answer your question, it's because the women can be both masculine and feminine, and the man can only be masculine. So to me, it seems like the masculine one is actually weaker because he can't be both.
Oh,
the woman can be a tomboy, but the man can only be masculine. So why I don't want to be limited to just doing the boy stuff. I want to do both.
Okay. So that actually makes logical sense. You've seen the girl as being more powerful in some type of regard due to the fact that she was able to do both. But where you're able to see, well, maybe because the female characters was doing the same things that the dudes was doing, it made it appear her being able to do both because she could be feminine, but at the same time, she can do what the males was doing in the cartoons. That makes a lot of sense.
Right, but that's the way it is in
because
society.
Now that actually makes sense. Go ahead.
Because I saw girls that were playing basketball with the boys, but the boys couldn't play
They couldn't do girl stuff. Okay.
It just seemed boring that you have to be limited to one thing.
That's fair. I like to learn about stuff, you know what I'm saying? Different aspects of my community. So I appreciate you for this because it was a lot of stuff. Because heterosexual dudes be like, yo, why are these niggas gay? Okay, question. Without being graphic, why y'all gay? Forget about the toy stuff as no. Why? Why not? Why do you don't want to be with a woman? Just a straight Neanderthal question. Don't mean to offend, but just a nigga question. Why y'all gay? And why don't y'all want to be with a woman? What? Why? Like, just a question. Because I never had an opportunity to ask, so I need to ask.
I think when I was younger, maybe there was a chance that maybe I could have, but I felt that I was already, that stigma was already put on me from a younger age, and I just kind of accepted it. That I was already emasculated at a very young age. I was constantly told that I was a bitch, that I couldn't throw the football. Yeah. And I also feel that
so you felt more
heterosexual dynamics. I'm sorry?
So you felt more accepted as just going with the other. Yeah. Okay.
And I also feel that the heterosexual dynamic is exploitive of women. And so I didn't want to exploit. I didn't want to stick a woman with a child to raise. So I felt if I was going to be straight, I would have to do everything in my power to protect the woman and the child. I would have to marry her, not turn her into a slut. I would basically have to sacrifice my life in order to be the protector and the provider, which I was willing to do.
But I've made a lot of women sluts. And I'm not mad at that. And but she wanted to be a slut. Do you know women want to be sluts behind
No,
closed doors?
I
They want
think
to be
that
sluts.
the woman, the first time she has sex, she actually wants to be with that man, but then she didn't get what she expected out of it, and then she's trying to correct the mistake by getting validation from other men, and it
Yeah,
never works out. And
I understand
then
it.
she's still trying to make up for the validation she didn't get from her father. So they're broken. They're broken at a very
Yes,
young age, and there's no way to correct the damage that's already been done
I
unless
can
they get
understand that.
therapy, which they don't even realize that they have a problem.
But let me ask you another question. Do you not want to be gay? Because like pussy is amazing, but do you not want to be gay? Can I coach you into not being gay?
You can't coach me to prefer. At this point, I feel like I'm too far gone. I feel like don't. I don't want to be insulting to women, but at this point,
Go ahead, say it. And you're not going to be insulting. I think everybody watching is inquisitive. So say it.
at this
Say
point, I'm
pussy
repulsed
stinks,
by the.
pussy nasty.
I'm
What?
repulsed by the idea of having sex with a woman. I think it's
And
vulgar.
I can
I
and I
think
can understand that. If
unless
I
I want, and I don't want to procreate. So because I
yeah,
don't want to have children, there would be no point in me having sex with a woman.
I get it because if you just look at a coochie, it could look absolutely disgusting to somebody that doesn't want to have sex with it. The only reason why I like looking at ugly ass because coochie just looks ugly. It just looks like yeah, but I want to fuck it. So because I want to fuck it, I want it, right? It's like eating like steak. You never looked at steak and be like, ooh, steak looks attractive, but it tastes good. Therefore, you eat the steak. So pussy and steak looks the same. They look like roast beef. But because roast beef and steak taste good and pussy feels good, I want it. So since you don't want it, I can understand how you would be repulsed by it. That makes sense.
But I'm
Because
very
pussy is ugly.
traditional, and I believe that if I were with a woman, it would be my responsibility to protect her. And so I don't feel that weight when I'm with a man. I feel like we're both equal. Whatever happens to
Mm.
him, we went into this on the same footing. It's not my responsibility to protect and provide for him. So I don't have
So
any
it takes
guilt.
the weight off of your shoulders to not have to do that, correct?
Right.
But doesn't he have to do that? And he's gay too? So isn't
That's
that like a burden for him, even though he's gay? Why don't he just be with? So why don't he just be with a woman if he has to protect you?
He doesn't have to protect me. We're both equal. There is no
Okay,
protect.
because you're okay. Yeah. So neither. Oh, that makes sense. So since neither one of y'all need to be protected, there's less burden on you. Okay.
And I would
I get it.
accept it if I was married. That would be the only way I would be if I was married, if I was going to accept that that was going to be my life, to be with one woman and to take care of my children. I would not be going around sleeping with multiple women. But I think that would be a very boring and depressing life if there was
What about
some.
titties? You don't like titties? Titties? You don't like
Absolutely not.
titties?
Absolutely not. That's
What?
probably absolutely not.
I can almost understand the look of pussy because pussy just be looking like pussy. And since we want to fuck it, we ignore the fact that it looks like roast beef, right? It's cool. But titties look good. You
No,
don't like titties?
I guess my first reference
Who
would
the
be
hell doesn't like titties? Women like titties.
my
Go ahead.
first reference would be my grandma taking the shit on the toilet, naked, with her
Oh,
tits out, smoking a cigarette. That's my frame of
so
reference
the
for a woman's dress.
association of titties got you. So you said your grandmother or auntie? You
Yeah,
said auntie.
that's the only. When I was younger,
Who
that's
did
all
you
I
see
saw.
sitting on the toilet?
Yes,
Who?
my grandma.
So your and I'm not being funny. Your grandmother made you gay because
No, 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 no. I'm talking
she
about.
gave you the association of a woman's body looking disgusting.
I'm talking specifically about her breast. That's what I think about. A woman's breast sagging like that, and it just doesn't seem appealing.
I
A
get it. I get
man's
it.
chest is hard and solid. It looks more attractive than a woman's breast.
Okay, so Holy Gangster Goddess says all vaginas don't look like roast beef. I get it. I know what you're saying. I get it. I'm just trying to see things from another person's viewpoint. What I like to do is look at things from another person's vantage point and just try to be like, okay, that makes sense. You feel me? So no, I know all pussy because there's some pretty pussy out there. And yeah. And if anybody watching want to show me yours, like, you're welcome to, but that's a different story. So my attempt is to just see things from another person's point of view, and I can understand how you can look at some coochie and be like, ew. And now I can understand how you can look at some titties and be like, ew, or ooh, or yuck. I get it. I get it. I'm just trying to understand. See, my job, like, because I teach by example. I look to seek understanding. So I'm talking to a man that's openly gay to seek an understanding instead of being like, oh, gay people this. You feel me? So I just try to seek understanding. Therefore, other people watching me would be like, it's cool to actually seek understanding. I could talk to an atheist. I could talk to a axe murderer. I could talk to a killer, a murderer. I could talk to anybody and be like, so why you like doing that? You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
I want to say one last thing though, because women are expected to cover up, right? Because if they come outside and revealing clothes, it's like they deserved it. But men walk around half naked, and that's what people say. Well, you should have put some clothes on. Like,
because
why
women
like
be
that?
having all of these cool things that we be wanting to fuck and touch and suck and shit. So that's why men don't have that.
Come outside half naked, and then you're not
Nobody
supposed to
cares.
be attracted to them, and they don't get shamed for walking outside.
They don't
naked.
have nothing to be attracted to.
That's what you say. That's your perspective, that you don't think they have. But for someone who actually is attracted to men, and they see a man walking around half naked, what are you supposed to look away? Like, men are always outside half naked, and you're not supposed to have any attraction to them. Like that, I think that's
the reason why men can go out half naked, because ain't nobody paying attention to them.
That's what you think, though. You think that people are paying attention to them, but they don't see themselves as being sexual objects, and they actually are. So they will walk outside half naked and get offended at you for finding them attractive. How about men should put more clothes on, the same way they tell women to put clothes on?
I ain't got nothing to do with that. I don't be walking around with my shirt off, so I don't care. I ain't got nothing to do with that. That ain't none of my problem. I don't care. I don't care what the hell men are doing. I don't care. So what I'm saying is, your grandmother, your environment, and your parents most likely made you gay. And that is not an indictment on you. You are yourself, you know? And I don't want to make you not gay. I just wanted to ask the question because I didn't know, whatever.
I don't know if they made me gay though. I never felt
they made you gay. You just explained how they made you gay.
Okay, but there was never a point at my life where I felt like
somebody telling you gay, or you're a bitch, or you're feminine, and you start seeing like, okay, well, I'm not accepted. Remember the Maslow's hierarchy of needs. You don't feel like you belong over here because of certain aspects about you, and you literally said yourself, it seemed easier and more acceptable to be over here. That is the Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Your need for belonging caused you to look for a tribe to belong to, and you were absconded in some type of way from the manhood tribe. So you was like, it's easier to be a woman or be whatever, and you decided to do that. So because of your environment, your parents, the people around your parents, remember, they brought you to that place for the man to say you look like a bitch or act like a bitch. They brought you in that environment, and they did not take up for you. Because if I had a son and we somewhere and I'm getting my son's haircut and somebody says, yo, you look like a bitch, I'm gonna beat his ass. then I'm be like, son, there's nothing wrong with how you look. You look manly. And he would have been like, thank you, dad. And then it would have reinforced that me looking like I look is manly instead of like a bitch. See, when kids, going back to single motherhood, bro, when kids don't have that positive reinforcement, they end up going astray. So your mother not protecting you made you gay, respectfully. And let's end this because I'm hungry, because everybody knows what I'm about to eat and where I'm about to go.
I just want to give a last plug for my book. It's called Blame It on the Dress, The Manufacturing of Black Homophobia and Performative Masculinity. And it's on Amazon.
Cool.
It's going to be released on April 2nd. But thank you for this discussion. I don't think that you're homophobic. I think that the statement was problematic. I don't think that saying that gay in a negative way is I mean, I could say that straight. There's a lot of
you
things
don't
I
think
could say that's
it's okay, just a question, because I'm glad you brought that up. When I be like, man, these niggas is gay, you don't think that's actually, from a jokingly way true? Niggas is gay. Like, gay means effeminate. Look, you just talk about the voice that you chose to speak in, and I gave you opportunity to speak in another voice, and you did. So you don't think being gay is soft? Or
no, and I don't want to keep you, but I didn't like my voice, so I tried to change my voice to sound deeper on my answer
you just
machine.
changed it, and you
then
said
on
you
my
don't want to.
voicemail message, and everyone's like, "Why are you talking like that?" Like, they didn't like
Because,
my
see, that's what I'm saying. Your environment not only made you gay, it keeps you gay. Because if somebody would think about this, if somebody would be like, yo, I like that voice, that was nice, you probably would have kept talking like that, and you would have made a concerted effort to keep talking like that. Now you see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
all it is positive reinforcement versus negative reinforcement. Negative and positive negative reinforcement made you gay by your environment that your parents put you in. I don't have a dog in this fight. I'm just
I agree with that.
That's all I'm saying. But thank you for this. Thank you for this, because I never had a conversation like this before. So thank you.
All right, I appreciate it.
All right, man. Thank you so much.
Have a good one.
So thank you to the brother for coming up here. And this is an example of seeking understanding from other people. You see, I wasn't argumentative. You see, I didn't say he was wrong. I didn't say I was right. I didn't try to substantiate my point. I didn't do none of that stupid shit. I just heard them out, asked questions. There's a tell me more approach in my life, in what I teach. And altogether, he actually concurred with me. Do you see how, if you don't want to be right, because one of my principles is to want is to suffer. So instead of me wanting to be right, I end up being right at the end, which is your parents made you gay, and being born gay doesn't make any sense. It's about what your parents put you in front of, what your parents reinforced in you. When somebody says you act like this, and your parents come in and say, hey, no, you don't say that about him, he probably would not have been gay. He felt like it was easier just to conform to what everybody seemed to want her to be. I mean, want him to be. And now, then I asked him, hey, can I coach you to not be gay? He's like, nah, I'm happy over here. Cool. But the fact that he actually entertained the conversation of, can I make you not gay, shows you he's still making a choice to be gay. Because on his voicemail, he tried to sound more manly, and his friends said, why are you talking like that? If they would have loved him talking like that, the nigga probably would have stopped being gay. But a lot of these dudes, they can't not be gay because they were gay. Just like a woman cannot be a whore, it might take some years. A dude cannot be gay. Because my whole thing is, if there's a way to repair our community, I'm open to it. If I can make a woman not be a hoe no more, if I can make a dude not be gay no more, I would love to help my community do that, because being gay, regardless of what anybody want to say, it's somewhat of a after effect of trauma, which by default is negative. It's a negative trauma response. Being fat, same thing. It's a negative trauma response. Is being fat a bad thing? No, because that would make fat people feel bad about themselves. But being fat, being gay, being violent for no reason, being over emotional, I mean emotionally violent, because I believe in violence. These are negative trauma responses. And people make decisions every day to do whatever it is they want to do. Jacqueline says, when I decided not to smoke, I stopped the same week. I stayed on Monday, and by Friday, I was no longer a smoker. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. People choose to smoke cigarettes and whine about, oh, it's so hard to quit. People choose to be gay. Oh, I was born like this. Like, niggas be lying. All this shit is just a whole bunch of bullshit. Dr. Umar Johnson, he chooses to be a bitch ass nigga and a deadbeat dad because his daughter is reaching out to him on a normal basis, like, hey, come be my dad. And he's like, no. Dr. Umar Johnson is choosing to be a bitch, a piece of shit. He's choosing to be that. So that's what I'm saying. But I'm out of here. This is a long stream, and I hope y'all got something out of it. And I learned a lot from this stream. So thank y'all for being here. And since y'all got so much from this, contribute to the channel. Cash App is $AARON. Contribute to the Cash App. If you enjoy this live stream, drop a super chat, drop a super thanks, buy one of my products, buy my Deep Discussions card game, buy my mother-daughter card game. And I'm going to come out with a mother-son card game because I see there's a lot of young men that would love help, but they don't know where to go to deal with their mother-son issues. So, yeah.
One of these decks, and I was asking her the questions.
Shout out to Sarah.
Bless me and my mother with one of these decks. And I was asking her the questions while we were heading to the airport, and she was asking questions. And I like that there is something in there that really helps you to identify, how do you feel?
How do you feel?
How do you express this? What word could I use? Or et cetera, et cetera. And I don't want to get too much into it because I really think that you guys should check this out. Even in the half hour that we were asking these questions, it created such deeper discussions. I actually remember there was one question, and it was something along the lines of, did my mom ever experience grief that would have allowed her not to be as attentive? And then we started talking about, and that led to like a really cool conversation. And so it was good. And I like it because we were giggling in the car, like talking about these different stories, stuff around Christmas time. Oh, do you remember this? And it just allowed us to be very nostalgic and really take that road down memory lane. So that was, this game is really cool. So I definitely appreciate it. Guys, we're going to connect the link below if you're interested in getting the mother-daughter card game. It's literally like therapy in a box. You get to ask all the questions that you may not have even known that you need to ask, or the conversation you didn't know you needed to have. So,
and the coolest part of this particular card game is, in your situation, your mom lives somewhere else. There's a mother deck and there's a daughter deck. So she was able to bring the mother deck home with her, and you kept the daughter deck. So now y'all can play over the phone or online, right? So you can buy this card game, pull out mom's card game, and ship it to her if she lives in another state. So if y'all enjoyed this show, buy one of my products. And y'all have a great rest of y'all day. Solution that will help every woman watching, regardless of age, regardless of background. See, in my 7 years of coaching women, the number one thing that I hear in my coaching sessions is her issue or tumultuous relationship with her mother. So what I've done is come out with a card game that will actually help mothers and daughters come back together. We have to get to the source of a woman's pain, her inadequacies, her insecurities, and heal that little girl inside of her before she goes out in the world as a woman. I call Like Mother, Like Daughter, therapy in a box. Therapy in a box is 50 questions for the daughter to ask the mother, questions that you always wanted to ask. And it's also 50 questions for the mother to ask the daughter. But when you're able to ask the questions that you always wanted to ask to your mother without her getting upset, without her pulling rank on you, the lines of communication are now open. When women are finally able to forgive their mother, relationships outside of the household would then blossom. Because for most women, there's a hurt little girl inside of her that never had an opportunity to be seen or heard. But all that stops when you buy my new Like Mother, Like Daughter card game. Order it now. The link is under this video. Click the link and let's start healing.